Good morning, everybody. Yagashimash. My name is Borat. Yes, hello, hello, hello. So, we will be casting with Mr. T West today. Wait, there are two Poxos? There's a Poxo and a Poxolo. They're both 2K plus. There are too many of them. They're too dangerous to be kept alive. The great international casters. Last time I checked, I gave T West a lot of casting opportunities when he was starting out. As a caster, like, obviously he's been in the community for almost exactly as long as I have, actually, I think. My ELO's plummeting, guys. I'm back below 2K. 1977 right now. That is Specialist Cup. Oh, I should open Discord. Also, guys, are you ready to see the single most cursed thing you will ever see? That folder showed me, and now I am going to force you all to see. Are you ready? I need you to be mentally and emotionally prepared to see this. Alright, here it comes. I don't smile like that, by the way. Like, look at that. It's so creepy. This is how I smile. It's terrifying. What even, like, what are my cheeks doing? It's so creepy. It's so, because Folder made it, of course it's cursed. Laugh. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. No, but this is how I smile and this is how I laugh. I look like a normal human being. Like, my cheekbones don't move up and my eyes narrow. There is no war in Bossing Say. No, I mean, honestly, like, part of me felt like I wanted us to lose in an embarrassing fashion. And the thing is, like, especially in America, and you probably won't get this vibe unless you're in America itself, but there was like a lot of community around the World Cup and excitement and national pride in America for the World Cup and hosting the World Cup and having our own team do well until we didn't do well. And a lot of excitement and a source of national pride and enjoyment that had nothing to do with Trump. It was completely devoid of politics. And then Trump comes in and completely ruins the entire vibe, right? By, of course, injecting himself into it. Very sad. Is what apparently has Infantino. Honestly, the chicanery going on with Argentina is pretty crazy. It seems like every single game, and then there was the Norway thing with the did the ball hit the cable? It's funny, something like that happened in American football last year too. During a field goal, the ball hit the the camera cable, the same exact one. And then they were like, nope, didn't hit the cable. And then it was considered a miss. Won World Cup properly? I think this, like, in terms of like logistics and stuff, I think the World Cup is going quite well. People seem to be having a good time. I mean, they're all playing at stadiums that are used to accommodating big crowds. Public transport? No need. When everyone going there is like a gajillionaire anyway. I mean, I can't get a one-day Lollapalooza pass for under $300. All right. Where is the thing at? Let me check Daniela's stream. Observe the common folk. Well, he still got nothing. We could always watch an arena game. They're waiting for licks? Wow. They can continue to wait. Losing their mind against Argentina. It's so weird. Like, the Embolo is the name of the player, right? Absolutely should have gotten the yellow card for the flop, or dive, I guess, as they call it here. But what I don't understand is why it's so irregularly enforced. Like, again, I see that stuff constantly. Why is he going scouts, man? Go 23 plus 2. 25 plus 2 Ethiopians on Arena. What are you doing, man? So it's like, with what Embolo did was wrong, which it was. Why is that not done all the time? Like, Argentina did it a ton. But again, it's not like it's something that's unique to any one player or team. But the cameras do, you shouldn't face out of game penalty. Well, I mean, like, it's, other than hockey, in American sports, you don't, like the other three major American sports, you're never short a player. Well, to be fair, being short a player in basketball would be a complete disaster. And football as well. Like, you would instantly lose. Anyway, the scoot's in here from Lewis. He has researched scootage. Penalty system? Yes, they do. That's why I said the other three sports don't. Baseball, you could actually probably get away with being down a player if that player wasn't the pitcher. Anyway, oh, does get the scout. Nicely done there from Lewis. But it's like, to me, it's crazy that you're just, you know, okay, now you're just playing down a player. Is the game over? The game literally can't continue. Anyway, Target's got his Vil lead. This is kind of an interesting matchup. I always feel like Ethiopians are a little underrated. Even though I did just lose a game with them yesterday. But that was a hamster who could out-hamster me. Lewis is getting the extra TCs faster, but husbandry coming in here from Target. Opening substitute. Oh, well, teams have a ton of different pitchers. That specific player can't return. I mean, I feel like that would make the most sense. I mean, like, I don't even know why you would need to, like, play with a man down or whatever. Anyway, that was a disaster for Target. That was an Ornlu moment right there. I know, I miss it. I miss it, miss it, miss it. The draft crashed? Yeah. Third TC coming in here from Target. But he's not doing anything with his monks, and he can't because the light cabs are hoovering around. Third TC from blue. Target, though, still a little bit ahead in Vills. TC, I guess, idle time? But could Hal Besso plus Bombard Cannon, I guess? Could that beat Bengali Elephant Archers? Maybe, but I feel like Elephant Archers are such a stupid unit that it doesn't even matter. Making them broken on other maps? I have no idea. Destroy everything? I mean, in theory, but I also thought Mameluke plus counterweight Siege Onager would beat Bengalis, and it didn't, so... Who knows, man? Anyway, Lightcav coming in. The Pikeman did get a poke off. Also, I just want to play Arena. I feel like I have not been able to get a game of Arena in so long. Like, there's a debate going on right now in certain circles that you shouldn't be allowed to pick Civ. Mm-hmm. But I put, you know, just in my experience, as I'm being obliged to spend more time doing not AoE things with my life, and I don't really just have as much time to play games, I honestly understand circles I'm not at liberty to discuss. Like, if I'm only playing a few games a week, and I'm playing more than a few games a week still, but, like, you know, soon I won't be, most likely. Hopefully. It's like, I want to play the game I want to play, man. I don't want to be forced to do something. Just because, oh, the guys who play the game all day don't want it. Cubes, not circles? Are those the animals that poop in cubes? Hey, Jam Vanderloof gifting the sub to Nerfox. Thank you so much, Jam Vanderloof. Maybe an arena ladder? Yeah. Wombats? Ah. Origin coming in here for Lewis, but Lewis has a Vil lead at the moment. Target's still slightly ahead in resources, but the macro difference is quite staggering. They hate variety. And again, like, I used to be all about forcing players to do different maps, but again, as I'm obliged to spend less time on AoE too, it's like, I don't have the time to be stuck playing Migration if I don't want to. Hey, Nerfox, I casted a couple games of Bingo Mad yesterday, and it was a lot of fun. Wait, Target has 2 Vils on gold. What is he doing? And we're going to get back into team gaming. Okay, market usage coming in here. Target's still going to be first to click up, but again, Lewis has the relics, and he is ahead in villagers, when this should not be the case. Usually it's one or the other. Play Nomad with people. Yeah, like, I wanted to be good enough that I could at least play the team games with the big players, but I'm too much of a liability, man. $2K? Well, I dropped below $2K, but yes. $2K? I don't know. I still feel like I'm not good enough. Yeah, but Mem is popular. Skirmishers, what are you doing, homie? Guys, what is he doing? Good old Mass Nori Double Siege Workshop coming in. To be a flank? In Black Forest? Oh boy. Isn't Target dead? Well, they're equal on economy as Bengalis versus Ethiopians, and the Ethiopians player has 5 relics. So I'm going to go with yes. But why isn't he just going into elephant archers? Like, Target's a closed map player. He should know better. Nope, he's getting cav upgrades. I wonder how the Ethiopian camels would fare versus elephant archers. They end up with what is essentially 5 pierce armor. Oh, okay, gotta appreciate this from Lewis. Look at all those perfectly aligned houses. Torsion engine. He is completely skipping onagers. Oh yeah, also he's against why did I mention Ethiopians? Damage. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at camels that have effectively 5 pierce armor. Because you don't get the final armor upgrade, remember. And you don't have bloodlines, but you do have husbandry. But they also, have the, I'm losing my mind. Oh yeah, the bonus damage, reduced bonus damage, the Bengali elephants. So you take less bonus damage from halbs and camels. Only a year ago? I thought I lost it way longer than that. Other than Bombard? Yeah, you kind of need a meat unit, as I like to call them. Skirmishers are that. I mean, he's got the fully upgraded bombard cannons, which is nifty. And I'll still almost certainly win this game. Oh, nice. Why do I still not see a draft? What a game. WAG, what a game. But, like, that's one of those games where I feel like if Lewis was up against somebody who was as mechanically sound as him, he would almost certainly lose. All right. This. There we go. Thanks for streaming. Yeah, rip. From RF? Yep. Same guys. What are the map settings? Also, we're casting with this with T-West, by the way. Modri retired. Okay, so it's Cape of Storms, RF, Frontline. RF meaning Regicide Fortress. RF will always be Regicide Fortress to me. I haven't seen Modri play in a while, which is unfortunate. Migration and Team Acro. All great maps, in fact. RF is our... Exactly. Go message to West. And I will go get more coffee. I thought I had a corgi behind me and I don't. Hello.
Hello, Ornlu. I knocked. Did you open the door?
Are you the one who knocks?
I am. It is for Ornlu. The bell tolls.
Oh boy.
All right, are we combined, chat? Oh, thank you, Pointy Boy
yes.
KGS, for subbing to Ornlu.
I wasn't sure if that was a sub to me because it was like right after we combined. But thank you, Pointy Boy KGS.
So what I've managed to do, I got my YouTube chat on my overlay, and now our Twitch chats are combined, so that's on the overlay. Now I just need to figure out how to get your YouTube chat also on the overlay when we're linked.
I mean, I get like maybe 5 YouTube chats over the course of the
progress.
You know, progress. I have 4 viewers on YouTube right now. I'm not too bothered.
How's your stream going? How's your stream going, Ornlu? Have you talked about politics yet?
Not yet. World Cup a bit. What else? We casted a game of Arena where the Bengalis player didn't go Elephant Archers and went Skirmishers.
They can go Monks. I mean.
No Monks either.
Yeah, so woke up to some big political news the U.S.
Yes.
today.
Yes, influential U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham has died suddenly, even as even more influential U.S. Senator Mitch McConnell has been missing for 3 weeks and is thought to be dead or brain dead.
Yep, and being in New Jersey, my congressional representative has been missing for months.
Oh, you're in that district?
Yeah, I'm in that district. Was it Tom Keene? He's been missing for months. He just didn't show up for work. After a while, people started asking where is he, and then the other congressmen were like, "Oh, I don't know where he is. He probably has some medical issue." And you just haven't heard anything from him.
Oh my goodness.
Supposedly he's gonna be back soon. But yeah, I am that district.
Oh, wow. That's pretty crazy. I mean, like, this whole situation just feels so bizarre.
It does. It's crazy how, like, in this day and age, how you can go unseen for so long.
Yeah, I mean, you can go unseen if you wish, and that nobody is, like, there to say, you need to show up to your work or you're fired.
Yeah, I guess that's how Congress works. You don't need to show up.
I know, it's the job that you only work half a year, and then you never show up anyway.
And then the rest of your time you spend asking people for money.
Indeed.
Maybe he's practicing for sudden disaster. The
Ooh,
time off.
yeah.
Ornlu muted? Ornlu muted. Sorry about that. Let me fix that. Okay, Ornlu, say something now and you shouldn't be muted.
Say something now.
Alright, chat. Is Ornlu no longer muted? Yeah, Dave is muted. I think Ornlu's good now. Okay, yes. Yes. That means they hear you. Or yes, he's still muted. Yes, great. Alright.
Good.
Alright, Ornlu, tell a joke. Get the chat ready with a joke.
All right. Are you ready for the joke, everybody? All right.
I don't think anyone's ready for an Ornlu joke.
All right. So, in the big 2026, I say RF and people assume it's Black Forest. And it's not Regicide Fortress.
Yeah, RF always been at Regicide Fortress.
Yeah.
It confuses me too.
It's like we can't duplicate acronyms. You need to think of new ones.
It's like when people started using Smush for a generic Monk Rush instead of the Saracen Monk Rush.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's the Saracen Monk Rush. You know who was online playing games yesterday?
Who?
Chris, like old OG Chris.
Ooh. He doesn't go away forever. He's back every now and again.
Comes back. He was just casually clapping some 2K5s on the ladder.
Yeah, his decision making is definitely not going away.
But you know what hasn't gone away? Something that he's had since the Age of Kings, the skirmisher. And that's what he made the other day. He was against the Tupies. They were doing their Blackwood Archer stuff. He just made skirms.
Well, to be fair, that's not a bad idea. All right,
Nice to know something hasn't changed.
Looks like they are in the lobby, or at least Ganji, Yo, and Valas are. Lix are there. Somebody asked me if Modri would be playing. I think he's retired.
Yeah, Modri's retired. He might judge whether we need admin restarts for Rage Forest.
Ooh.
Other than that, he is retired. He's retired to being an admin.
The lowest of the lows.
No, he still has a better job than Doubt. Do you know what Doubt had to do with the LAN?
What do you have to do?
Well, we needed someone. The room where the players practiced was on the first and second floor. Those where they had the first two floors rented out, and where we played the games was on the 7th floor. And we needed someone to move the player PCs, and that was Doubt.
So he was manual labor.
he was the PC carrier.
Oh no.
Hello, Ivy. Triple sparkles to you. Good morning. Moji is retired since a while now. It's a while now.
Ganji, Valos. Who is going to be the third Amigo? Barles, I assume?
Ooh. I assume Barles.
Yeah, we got a VV sighting. Samaro?
Yeah. So that could be Samara. I assume it's going to be Barles, though. I don't think Samara is at the same level to play like against LY outside of Rage Forest.
Yeah, and we're not going to have those sorts of maps. I do like this particular map pool, though. Cape of Storms, Fortress, Frontline, Migration, and Team Acropolis. I feel like that's a nice variety.
Does Team Acropolis have fish in the pond?
Well, it just depends on the version that Daniela wanted, so no idea.
Okay, well, we'll figure that out. Because sometimes you can have fish in the pond on Team Acropolis, and that could sometimes be irrelevant, sometimes be very, very contested. And we'll have to see what they do in this version.
Oh, we have a random Chinese player joining the lobby.
Yeah, so LY seems to have split into two teams, which I guess I'll call LYA and LYB, even though the B team isn't going under the LY branding. That's going to have Bad Koala, Daniel, Jibatong, and some other high-level Chinese players on it.
Yeah, I actually saw them practicing together yesterday. I was casting some games. Obviously, they are quite good, as you would expect from players of those calibers who play as many team games as they do.
That exactly is what you'd expect. Samaro AFK, Samaro wants his walls.
So no teams are
I'm assuming
invited.
no teams are invited. They all got to qualify. So what do you think we're going to get from Onamaru? They could do rosters in different ways.
I imagine it's going to be... What? The former Tyrant guys. So, Viper, Tato, Doubt, Jordan. And then it's probably going to be Dogao, Miguel, Winchester, maybe?
Ooh. Now what about Lewis and Andy? They just don't play?
No, Lewis, Andy play... Maybe it's Lewis, Andy, Winchester. Maybe Dogao, Miguel find another Brazilian.
Now, so this is my thoughts on the team. All right. So Onamaru, they got 12 people. You do the OG Tyrant team of Viper, Jordan, Doubt. You do the Brazilian team of Dogao, Miguel, Goku. You do the young team of Andy, Lewis, and Vinch. And then you do the Spanish-speaking team of Tato, Kingstone, and Nacho.
That would be interesting. I feel like Nacho isn't quite at the same level as those other guys.
He's on the roster.
In the organization.
So, I need to go read the handbook. Since we're waiting, I think this is a good handbook time.
Wait, Abunza Halt?
Abunza Halt? Oh, is he an Amigo? All right.
He is an Amigo.
Again, one of those incredibly good Rage Force players who I wouldn't think is at the same level in other types of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it really is a bit of a different skill set, and I do think very highly of Abunza Halt in a Rage Forest context, but again, that's not what we're dealing with here.
Yeah. Also, just a reminder, if you want to play, sign your 3v3 team up. Signups end on July 14th at 22 UTC.
And we are in the game Mr. T West.
All right, Cape of Storms, let me load on in.
Set up
We'll go.
overlay.
Also need to change my capture age settings, be in 3v3 mode.
All right, we are in there, everybody. Of course, thanks for joining me, Mr. T West. Thought it would be fun. I saw that you were going to stream it. I'm like, it's been a hot second. And so here we are, guys. Interesting spawns, though. Ooh, check this out.
My game's not loading. I failed to download match content, Ornlu.
Oh, no. Well, I'll introduce everybody real
I tried
quick.
the wrong game.
Lix is in the red as the Celts on the flank, as you would expect for LY. Yo is the yellow Huns in the pocket. And on the north flank in the purple as the Portuguese, it's Vivi. It's not everybody lined up on the coast. There's actually just a player who's very far away from the water. And actually, neither of the players are especially... Like, neither... Huh. This is so different.
I realize my chat is not in the right position for 3v3, so apologies, chat, but you will be not on display this game. I'll have to sort this out for later.
Do you have a... Did you get Capture Age Pro yet?
Oh, no, I'm not. Support a subscription model.
There you go.
Anyway, well, just go score in the right position. Everything just normal capture age, and look at the team names. Set up LingYuan against the Amigos. And so it's Yo, Vivi, and Lix. I presume the purple player is
yes,
Vivi.
The purple player is Vivi.
Vivi or Vivi? I know you like to be a contrarian in your Vivi pronunciation.
I don't think there's a canonically correct version of Vivi.
Okay. So this is, again, a play all 5. This is a show match for the league. And as we said, signups will end in 2 days on the 14th at 22 GMT. And, well, Celts, Huns, and Portuguese against Armenians, Georgians, and Muisca. Some very different priorities on when the civs were added to the game versus when they're drafted by each team.
Yep. And yes, those are hills in the ocean. That is like the original version of Cape of Storms.
Those are the storms.
Oh, why is there like an island to the south that has nothing on it? Oh, I guess it's for setting up for trade. Oh, okay. I get it.
That's a good question. Can you build there?
I mean, it looks like rocky terrain.
There's rock terrain, but there's also the rock beach terrain, so you might be able to build there.
Yeah.
Beach.
At least that's what I would imagine.
I mean, the edge is the cape. The storms are the hills.
It's based off of the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa. Or, yes.
Oh, we have some quick wall from Ganji. He's going to try to save a Vil. Save it by that scout from Vivi. So immediately, Ganji's going to wall up. And we see all 3 players on both teams docking, even the super pocket up there on land. Not going to let a good fish boom go to waste.
But is it a super pocket? I mean, look at the orientation of the players. Usually you would have red and blue very close to each other, yellow a bit further away, and then purple very far away, but still on the water. But this is set up more or less like a regular game, although the top players are further away from the other players.
Yeah, but they're so far apart, I don't know what you can really do. It's so easy to wall this. I mean, Ganji really needs to realize there's a hole in his walls and shore up the hole. But other than that, it's easy to wall. There he goes.
Yeah, he's fine. So, yeah, I mean, he's got another settlement incoming. He's got the full walls in. He is on 30 population. He will certainly be going for a fast castle, so it's now going to be down to Vivi to do something about this, as he is... What is he doing, actually?
He's tower rushing.
Yeah, but not especially fast. He's got no military behind this. He's got a barracks, but no archery range on the field just yet. He's just now placing the foundation. Whereas in the south, we have Lix, who is ostensibly going for water, yes. And double ranges for Abun.
He's going to try to Hulk smash this fish boom. And there are no whales on this map from what I can see. It's only fish, no oysters, so you're only getting food on the water, no gold. And the Hulks will come in. And now we have to think about how do the hill bonuses come into play for the ship damages.
I don't... It shouldn't matter with the Hulks. I think it should still only matter with galleys.
Yeah, because the hill bonuses are applied after all of the armors, but before the minimum damage of 1. So if you actually are just doing the minimum 1 damage, then the hill doesn't matter.
Exactly. It's why it doesn't matter in Tower Rushes. It's the same principle.
But they do matter there against the fishing ships. That fishing ship went down really quickly.
Yes, very much so. So, Abunza Halt is going to need to be careful, but he is now across the map with the archers, and it's going to be down to Yo to defend both him and his ally, and that should be basically impossible with his scout opening here, as the archers are going to be followed up, and I don't really know what you're supposed to do to defend this as Yo.
And this is Lix trying to go water, relying on his pocket to defend him and a tower. So it's going to be a tower defense. But that means you can just kind of skip Lix and go to the pocket. You ignore the tower, you go to someone who doesn't have a tower, maybe force up another tower so they can't use the market and sell the stone.
Well, and beyond that, it's just you don't have enough army. The scouts are not a very good defensive unit. It's not really one that you can rely on to win 1v2 in the same way that you can kind of do with archers. And like maybe archers with some spearmen. You don't really have that, as Yo just doesn't have enough units here because the scouts from the two pockets basically cancel each other out. And that leaves these archers here to actually snipe villagers and make Yo's eco a mess, which it obviously is at the moment.
Ooh. Ganji, though, he's getting distracted on land by Vivi, and he loses all of his fishing ships to Lix. He could have garrisoned the dock. And you know what? I wonder, Ganji might be so used to playing Rage Forest, where I disabled the ability to garrison in docks, he might have not realized he could have just hopped into the dock and saved his fish.
Well, he could have saved at least 5 of them. I think he lost, like, what, 7 or 8? So,
he lost a ton of them.
Yeah, that is definitely a big mistake and something that you need to be paying close attention to, as even if the docks aren't amazing at killing hulks, they're still pretty good at killing hulks. Oh, and
Yo just taking in his boar.
Oh, check this out, T West. Good scouting here from Abunza Halt. Vivi's clandestine stone mine has been discovered, and those villagers are going to need to flee for their lives as Cyan is almost up to Castle Age.
Yep, and if Ganji's up, he should be able to stop this aggression. Vivi going for the forward market, but you never want to do a forward market because then you don't get as much value from the trade.
Always something you need to consider when going for your aggressive trade carts. Only going to be generating like 2 gold a trip, man. Really disappointing.
Oh, on the water now. Nice blocking from Lix, stopping the fishing ships from getting to the dock, and he'll destroy 3 of them. So Lix has been dominating on the water, and with that tower, hasn't really taken too much damage on land. It's more damage has been thrown over to his teammates, who have taken, as you pointed out, that clandestine stone mine being forced off of it. And now Vivi maybe has to deal with some scouts coming over to him as Yo's trying to chase.
Yeah, Yo needs to keep the scouts honest of his opponent, so at least they can mirror that. It is Bloodlines and full blacksmith upgrades for Yo. Just Bloodlines and +1 attack in now here for green. Scale mail armor coming in for Ganji. He's likely going to be going for some temple guards, and that is exactly the case. But one temple guard will still be killed by a bunch of archers, so you're going to need to have a siege workshop as some component to this.
There's a blacksmith there. Part of me thinks if he's hiding behind walls, you open 1 monk, and that gives you room maybe to do a TC first, instead of needing to immediately go for the temple guards. Also, he has 1 gold in the back, but he has to be careful that he breaks out and secures his main goal by the time that runs out.
Yeah, I really don't get these... okay, now the monks are queued up, but the 2 temple guards just don't do anything. I mean, if there are scouts in your base, yeah, sure, but... Temple guards obviously are countered by archers and are not likely to catch up to them.
But look at what Yo's doing. He's running his scouts directly through the middle to the right. Now, these Bobab trees in the middle, they have a 50% chance of spawning a tree on each tile, and they have 200 wood each. And as Ganji overchops, Yo is going to get in. Oh, this is horrible for Ganji. Which he can't garrison, right? That's the 2p.
Yeah, that's
not
the
his
2p.
Settlement bonus.
He heals,
he doesn't notice
but...
this.
That is nowhere near enough, and Ganji is on a one-way trip to Frown Town here, losing his fishing ships, losing these villagers. We're looking at 18 dead villagers this game for Ganji, as his fast castle has simply not done anything useful. Meanwhile, Yo, by doing this, did leave his allies open, because remember, there is nothing at home. Lix barely is developing his army, Yo's army was out of position, and Vivi's army was forward, so there is a decent bit of counterattack damage coming in, but with the fish boom involved, it's still just not competitive.
He also left himself open, but now those scouts from Vala's going to run into archers, run into double stables from Yo. And that just took Ganji out of the game for the moment. He's going to lose his dock even. So no attempt to control the water at all for the Amigos. They prefer their fish booming in small ponds rather than stormy oceans. And they're just trying to defend now in the middle. The middle of this map is so tricky because Ganji walled a lot of it, but then overchopped, and even otherwise, he could have left the side open. Maybe Valis could have gone for a team wall over there with Ganji, but then it's so tricky to wall to the water, as now Yo's getting on Valis' base. Oh, it's going to be more dead vills he couldn't quick wall in time. Oh, no.
Yeah, this just feels like one of those games where one team fought for water, the other didn't, and then the team with the fish boom wins, as LY have almost a 50% eco unit advantage over their opponents. And this is simply nowhere near competitive enough. Ganji still hasn't busted out of his base against the feudal age opponent. Vivi's still training more archers, and I just don't see this one here for the Amigos.
And this is what I love seeing about team games. There are some players who are good at 1v1s, and then there are players who are absolutely great at team games. And as much as Yo still can finish top 4 in 1v1 events, he's an even better team game player.
Yeah, Yo, Tato, Viper are definitely, and maybe Vinchester as well, are the top players that I think of where they're like just as good in team games as in 1v1s relative to like being a top 10 player. Maybe ACCM too.
Yeah, Slam plus ACCM is a beastly team, but I guess they're going to be in different lineups. Slam should probably join Wonders.
I don't know how
Just
active
play
Slam
with
is.
ACCM. He's a Rage Forest captain.
Yeah, that's true. Well, crossbowmen are coming over here, but Yo does have knights with decent upgrades, so yeah, actually 3 knights is plenty for 6 crossbowmen. Now we even have licks in the castle age. Everybody is north of 50 villagers right now in LY. Nobody is at 50 villagers here on the Amigos. Abunzahalt is the closest, but it is just not a very competitive game number 1 here.
None of these players are in the southern hemisphere, right? Abunzahalt, where is he from?
Switzerland.
Switzerland? Okay, it's all in the northern hemisphere. I'm just thinking now, since I'd just gotten back from Brazil, if you are in the southern hemisphere, should it be south of 50 villagers if you have more than 50 villagers? Like, do we have to change the phrasing depending on where the villagers are?
I don't think so, because on a compass, south is still down. Even if you're in the southern hemisphere, it's just further down. Anyway, there's the GG called, and that was a dominant showing from LY, and of course showing why they are one of the best teams in the world. And the Amigos, this isn't going to be a good map for them regardless, but that was pretty painful.
Yeah, and LY, certainly a team capable of winning. There's no question about them as a team. Remember, last time there was a Nations Cup, it was these 3 along with Tim, of all people, who won.
And Tim played well, which was the crazy thing.
Yeah, right, and that was against that Canadian team of Hera, Chris, Slam, and Mentalist, which was a crazy lineup too.
Yep.
And also winning against that Finland team of Valis, Rubenstock, Max, and Valessa. Yeah, speaking of players who get much better in team games, freaking Rubenstock.
Oh yeah, he is the classic example. All right.
Anyway, we will have a 50 to 12 KD for Yo, and a 14 to 28 KD for Ganji, 11 to 36 for Abunzahalt. Yeah, Abun, player, I would think more of a Rage Force specialist. We'll see how he holds up in the team games. If the Amigos don't have Barrels, I think we might be at risk of seeing another 5-0.
Was there a 5-0 last time as well?
It was.
That is very unfortunate. Some low draft priority there as well for Team LY. Some of their later picks versus Georgians and Armenians, which were both quite high up for the Amigos. So that's a little bit scary as well. But the next map is going to be very different. The next map is going to be, I think, actual RF.
As in Regicide Fortress?
Yes.
I was going to use the Muisca, right?
Yeah, Muisca.
Yeah. So it's Georgians, Armenians, Muisca losing against Huns, Celts, and Portuguese.
Yes. So Regicide Fortress is going to be next. What are we thinking as far as the civs go? Britons feel like an obvious one here for LY. Khmer, Teutons, Burgundians.
Why is my chat not here? My chat.
Oh yeah, Burmese.
Check. Yeah, my chat disappeared. Streamlabs, what are you doing?
I think for the Amigos, Turks, Slavs, Chinese, or maybe Berbers thrown in there.
I don't know. I think that when I look at maybe thinking of LY, Britons feel like they could be a regicide fortress pick for a flank.
Yep.
As could maybe Vietnamese or even Maya, right? Remember the Maya have such a great economy for it. With the extra villain they can produce right away. Teutons as a closed map pocket could be used here. Byzantines also has a fast imp civ. Burgundians
Burmese.
and Burmese as unique units. Italians as a unique unit civ too. For the Amigos, feels like Chinese have to be here, right? Just
Yeah.
Chinese regicide fortress. Probably Mongols
Mm,
and Berbers or Slavs.
I think
Or
it's the Slav
Turks.
pocket's very likely. Slavs are amazing. RF pocket, because you start with the farms. You have a super good late game. Turks, I don't think you're playing Turks on any of these other maps, so might as well play them here.
I'm gonna experiment. If I swap my scene and swap back, do you disappear? You don't disappear.
Saracens plus
chat-
Woo? Oh no.
Saracens? Oh. Yeah, because the Saracens bonus applies to the Fire Archers, right?
It sure does.
Is there another map where that could be used? Maybe Frontline?
I feel like Frontline might be too aggressive. Maybe the Team Acropolis?
Maybe Team Acropolis. I feel like you want more of a mobile civ.
Yeah,
And now that I
that's
think
true.
again, LingYuan, I think Burgundians and Burmese, maybe Burgundians, Burmese, and either Byzantines or Khmer for Team Acropolis.
Yep.
Oh, I think we might get the Dravidian Viking combo on migration for LingYuan.
Ooh, yeah, that could totally be a thing.
Leticone on YouTube.
We have drafted. Oh, yeah, there were a bunch of banned civs, so Saracens were among them, yeah. Some interesting bans, though. Etons, Gurjaras, not civs you typically associate with team games. Most of the other bands, I think, make sense. Mapuche? Mapuche don't really feel like much of a team game civ.
I know
they literally have a team game unique tech, but still.
I mean, you never know when someone comes up with a creative use for something.
Yeah.
Maybe they just practiced and found there were a bit of a hack with some type of strat with them.
Mapuche are the best team game civ, the Bolas kill all in every FC map. Well,
Maybe
I mean, if we just look at the actual maps that we have, which, of course, I don't actually have on the screen because it's fixed maps, you're not going to use them on Cape of Storms. You're not going to use them on Fortress, Frontline, Migration. Maybe you'd use them on Team Acropolis. I mean, that could certainly be a good...
Sounds scary on Team Acropolis.
Yeah, the Bolas would definitely be very good on Team Acropolis, for sure.
The Amigos could go Berbers there and actually have Genitores, which, considering all the Cav Archer unique units, could be pretty darn good on Team Acropolis.
Well, I did cast a big Nomad game yesterday, and I did see the almighty Jurchen Genitors from Dragonstar do work.
Ooh.
That do benefit from that faster attack speed like their Mongols.
I mean, what if you combine them with Turks, right? Because then Sapahi gets applied to the Genitors, right?
Yes, it does.
Yes, the Turks suddenly have one of the best trash units in the game with their Genitors.
Yeah, I think it's 95 HP.
Which, considering their Cav Archers are 100 HP.
Yep.
That's pretty insane. Oh, Dravidian Genitors, they shoot faster, or throw faster.
They do
throw more rapidly.
But you do miss Bloodlines. You used to also miss Husbandry, but now they got Husbandry for some reason.
Now you have to build a stable to research Husbandry with the Dravidians.
Yeah. They are selecting a map right now. There we go.
Yeah, there's Fortress. Do we know what version of Fortress it is?
Nope. I have not seen any game so far
Okay.
on these versions of the maps.
I think it's safe to assume there's no water on the map.
Yeah, TOS, it's been a little while since we've had big lakes on Fortress.
So actually, I looked back at Black Forest. Did you know, Ornlu, that Black Forest in the Age of Kings did not have roads? The roads were only added in the Conquerors.
I did know that.
It's insane to think about that. Black Forest, only one theme, no roads.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the we take for granted in AoE really came from AOC and not Age of Kings. Which makes sense since they were able to refine on the basic idea of Age of Empires 2 with it.
Alright, looks like we are launching. Up, and here we go.
And it is mostly civs we were talking about, but a few interesting ones, not because the civs are bad, but because I thought they would be used on other maps. And check this out, T-West. Looks like a completely normal version of Fortress.
How large is it, though? Because the one from the ladder is one size larger than normal, and it looks like this is a pretty big map.
Yeah, no idea on the exact dimensions of it.
Yeah, this feels like the super large fortress. I'm not a fan of that version. I think it should be a normal map size since the water's removed.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason for it, but indeed, we are here, T-West, and it's going to be the Malay from Vala, so not playing them on Migration where I thought they'd be picked. So he'll be there on the flank for the Amigos. This is where we'd expect them to be at their best. Lithuanians here in the pocket for Ganji, and then the other flank will be Abunzua Halt as the Turks.
Let's look at the relic positions. We have two very safe relics immediately for our Lithuanian pocket, but the rest of them might be kind of hard to secure. They're all pretty far forward. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 relics. 7 relics total on the map. The king was obscuring the minimap for one.
Yeah, so that is going to be a very good setup for Lithuanians. Late Chai, if you get to them with a bunch of relics, they really don't have much of a counter in the entire game. Ganji almost losing a scout to the board, but not doing so. Dancing around like you just don't care.
It's going to be pretty important for Abund to scout that relic in the right corner with his king early on. If he does, then they should be in a good position to at least grab a third relic for Ganji. And I think the team is then going to have to prioritize that relic in the middle of the map if they scout it. And that gives them 4. I don't see them getting the other 3 to the left all that easily, but I think that's a good way to secure 4 relics for your Lithuanian pocket.
Yeah, and I think that's really what the setup is going to need to be, because the other side here, we have Vivi as the Red Italians to the west, Yo as the Yellow Burgundians in the pocket, and then Lix as the Purple Britons here on the east flank. Burgundians are going to very heavily outboom Lithuanians. I mean, that their eco is amazing, but they have nothing that can challenge the Leta, so they will just die horribly. Now, Genoese crossbowmen and longbows can both kind of work. So it's, I think, going to be really about setting up the pocket so that the Lechai can crush the other pocket before the Burgundian boom, or rather after the Burgundian boom gives them a big timing advantage.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Genoese crossbowmen are one of the scariest team game units, but the Malay are a civ that can probably deal with that just by having their timing to push the Italians.
Yeah, it definitely feels like both Malay and Turks are going to want to leverage some very strong timings. You don't want to just sit back and let the Genoese crossbowmen / longbowmen mass up. So, makes a lot of sense. Buy time there and sort of keep your opponents occupied with the 2 flanks, and then just let Ganji get to his death ball of the elite Latus to shred everything.
So Turks Britons on one side. Part of me would feel if I'm LY, I kind of would have wanted that swapped and had Italians versus Turks. I feel like the Genoese crossbowmen kind of take out the Cav Archer and Scout play, and the Britons are a bit vulnerable to that these days.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely agree with that. You also have condos to help deal with gunpowder units. I mean, everybody has condos, but
oh, that's a good point.
Britons don't want to be making infantry if they don't have to. Italians are a little bit, I'd say, more willing to go into that. They do get the extra pierce armor for their condos as well, which is very helpful.
Yeah, and also comparing Janissaries versus hand cannoneers, the condottieri resist anti-infantry attack, which the hand cannoneers have, but the Janissaries do not. So Janissaries Janissaries still kill the Condottieri pretty well. What the condos will have is an attack bonus against both of them. So they have an attack bonus against the Janissaries, but still have to close the distance and surround them to use that.
Which, thankfully, they are quite fast. 0.96 movement speed for both hand cannons and Janissaries, and then 1.32 for the condos. It's actually the same as a king.
Ooh, so the king gonna work out with those condos, try to get them to run around. Is that with squires they have that?
Yes.
Has to be with squires, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, not as fast as a Gebetto. Those with squires are 1.38, which is faster than a knight without husbandry at 1.35.
Yep, I did a video not that long ago showcasing all the different speeds for units. Gebettos, only units at 1.25.
Remember that video I was in about the Berber trade cog?
I think, yeah, you were in that one. I like to give you a cameo.
Just like on the shore, right?
Yep. All right.
Yeah, Sandra says Abendzuhalt was picked very, very early in the Rage Forest draft. And backstage at Brazil Land, everyone was talking about how he might have even been a captain for Rage Forest. So not a very high elo player, but that's what happens when you play Rage Forest games and your elo, it never really gets changed because you're not playing the ranked games.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely a good
doesn't
team
matter.
game player.
Yes, the Berber trade cog is even faster now. All right.
So there is the TC for Ganji. Looks like he's going to boom. And I'm also just wondering how quickly does Ganji go for a monastery. He's long distance mining 50 stone now. Looks like they did play with standard Regicide Fortress resources, which is 150 stone instead of 200 for some reason. It's just always been like that. So you got a long distance mine 50 stone if you want to do a third TC.
Yep, 500 wood, 500 food, 0 gold, and 150 stone are the Regicide settings for whatever reason, but that's just the way it is. And we will actually have 3 TC booms here from everybody on Team LY.
And you also got to be careful of Loom, because you start with 0 gold, you might not think to get Loom right away. And I've seen enough Regicide games over the years where people get pushed and they don't have Loom, and they forget they don't have Loom.
Yeah, but...
Licks. Look at his boom. 4 TCs immediately with the Britons.
Yeah, gonna leverage that booming strength there of the Britons. He's also getting Bowsaw and Heavy Plow, so very good build here for Licks. He's certainly going to be a very experienced player on the Regicide setting. It's interesting, though, because everybody's booming, but it's just going to delay the timings, I think. I don't think we're going to be seeing a 4th TC from Valas or Abunzahalt. I'm going to want to go up to Imperial Age pretty quickly, because if they just sort of stand back, they're going to die horribly. So we'll have to see when the flanks here for the Amigos are going to want to start to attack.
Yeah, and we still just got to keep an eye on monks, especially for the Amigos. Getting monks to Ganji for late game Lithuanian attack bonus will be absolutely crucial.
And the monastery is indeed coming in now for our green player. I did see Yo slap one down early as well, so he already is out of the map. There's a Custelier who's going to be being a bit of a bodyguard. And really, I mean, Burgundian teammates also are going to like picking up relics, although that bonus was nerfed. But really, it's going to be more important to just deny that from Lithuanians.
Yeah, that's true. They do get the food with the relics. And there's Valas. I think he just missed scouting Yo's monk. And Yo, I think, wisely going for the relic right in the middle of the map. That's the one where I thought maybe the Amigos want to secure that, make sure they get 4. But I think that's probably going to limit 3 relics. We see an X on the side from Ganji, with a relic in the corner.
And if we look at the scouting here for the Amigos, they do see both of the corner relics, so that's going to be a nice pickup for them. So there are still 4 visible, but certainly a good idea. Take the most vulnerable relic first. Yo did drop his monastery very quickly and faster than Ganji, so that's certainly an advantage you can take nice and fast.
Yep, and that relic had been scouted by the Amigos, so if they're paying attention to the Fog of War, they'll see that it has disappeared. Disappeared also from their mini-map. And that should clue them in that there's a monk picking it up, but I don't see their scouts going to try to find it.
Yeah, maybe they are just going to seed that one. We do have some longbowmen and Genoese crossbowmen starting production. So, a little bit of military presence. Other players, I mean, look at this 4th TC coming in now for the Amigos. Are they all going to just try and play to post-imp?
I think so, but Yo immediately grabbing 2 relics. I think that's absolutely what he needed to do. And he'll get them immediately. Great play by Yo. Also, 4 TCs behind it. Yeah, everyone just booming. Everyone just booming around.
Except
TCs for everyone.
BB. BB's the only player to stay on the 3 TCs. So, the one who's going to try and leverage, I think, a pretty good uptime. But I don't know, I'm just really surprised that you're just going to try and hang back here with Valos and Abunza Halt if you're not just going to be dying to a timing from Yo.
Yeah, and Italians, I think as you call them, the discount civ, don't need the best economy to go up. They can have a ton of discounted bombard cannon and university techs. But here come Karambits. Okay, Karambits against Genbos. You get enough Karambits, you can overwhelm them. Is this enough Karambits?
Oh, good awareness there from Vivi. Going to try and take the best shots that he can. You do get the 1 melee armor, and you have actually quite a high base HP for the Genoese crossbow at 45. But, I mean, still. Karambits with their free Pierce armor upgrades, well, free armor upgrades. Very, very fun bonus for the Civ. And good micro.
Alright, we have some Karambits going down to the Genoese crossbowman. As Vivi's gonna come forward. He's got Phil's on the way forward, Ornlu. He's got Phil's forward. And what I'm seeing here is 2 forward golds for Valis, with his main gold not too far behind. So this feels like it's going to be some type of forward castle imp timing, as Vivi has the stone, and he'll want to control all the golds.
He sure will. That's a great castle placement on the hill. Genoese crossbowmen are going to be back to raiding. That's going to certainly be annoying for Valis. I think it's pretty bold to go for the forward castle against Malay, who are almost always first up.
Loom.
Yeah, no, he's got
He just finished his loom.
He's got loom. But
Well, I mean, he's Italians, right? Italians and Malay, 2 of those civs that can race to him.
And we will have Imperial Age on the way here. If you look at the eco now for Valos, he's still pretty far off. So this could be giving a really nice opportunity here for LY. The Coustelier are also here to support from Yo.
And on the right, some longbows even from Lix. They'll be fighting the Mangonels from Abenzuahaltz. They outrange the Mangonels, so not the easiest fight for Cyan. He needs the longbows to get trapped on that hill or mess up a split.
Yeah, the Repairville does help, but excellent micro there from Lix. The Light Cav is coming in. It does have its extra Pierce armor, which is always nifty as the Turks, but this is a situation where players of this caliber just going to micro and dance around all day. They're too powerful.
He gets the Mangonel, gets the Light Cav, and can even maybe get the Latus, which only has +1.
Yep. Is a longbow better than a fully upgraded Italian arbalest? I mean,
No.
depends on the situation.
Longbows need elite to be better than arbs. Strictly, unless you value the cost differently, their stats are strictly worse than those of an arb. Other than the range the Britons get.
Well, the Italian arbs get thumb ring and you get the extra armor. So again, it's a little bit situational, but I mean, in general, you'd prefer longbowmen.
I mean, at least if you're Britons, you prefer the arbs over non-elite longbowmen.
Yes, for sure.
For other civs, it's how do you value the range versus other bonuses?
Well, Genoese crossbowmen are continuing to climb in number here, and I mean, it's just one of the scariest units when you can get a good mass of them. Really, only super vulnerable to siege onagers and, you know, things like Huskarls or whatever. And Ganji still.
And that also,
human.
yeah, that also kind of stops the pocket from being able to help early, especially if Ganji wants to go for the latest. Genbos will be there to keep them away, and that's going to let the Trebs and Bombard Cannon come out for the Italians on the west and push the Malay who don't really have a good answer other than maybe their own ARBs or skirms.
Yeah, I mean, look at this army count, guys. 44 to 14 in favor of LY. Yes, the Amigos are going crazy with their boom. It's a bunch of raids happening there at the far north of the map. But right now, it is just the pressure here from LY that is going to be tough to stop, which is why I wanted to see a bit of a more aggressive approach from the flanks here of the Amigos, because it's going to be tough to hold back, as Yo is going to be able to really do a lot to support his allies in the near future.
Even the back, Yo's getting some raids in with some Castilier.
Yep.
Forcing some creative quick walling there from Ganji. Ganji get a conversion? Yes, he will. He'll lose the monk. But Ganji right now, only 2 relics, which does kind of worry me for the Lithuanian player. You really want more than that.
Yo has 4 of them. And again, it would be so much easier to get those relics if we had the flanks being more aggressive. They'd be able to be out on the map, contest LY, and enable Ganji to pick up those relics and get to that uber powerful unit. Now, he is getting a 3rd relic, so he's at least going to have that. And 2 relics is kind of the bare minimum, because that gets you to 20 attack, and there's a bunch of units whose HP is a, multiple of 20.
And now those Trebs probably go down for Valis before they can even take out the castle. And Valis is in trouble here. He can't stop the Jembo push. And the Jembos are there to take out the Lechai. The Castilier can focus the crossbowmen. Not looking good there. And on the other side, the Britons and the longbows still pushing the Turks.
I mean, they're elite Castilier too. Again, there's a huge timing advantage for Burgundians. I mean, they just have a much stronger economy than the Lithuanians. It's just how the civs work out. So, I mean, this just feels like it was the wrong approach from the Amigos. Huge army leads here still for LY. We've got elite longbowmen coming in. This side is going to be getting pushed like crazy by that timing advantage here from the Britons, as you'd expect, because again, Britain's far better economy than the Turks. Now, there is a chance that maybe Bunzahalt gets to fully upgraded Sipahi Cav Archers, which are at least going to be better, but I'm still not too thrilled by this.
Wait, Ornlu. Does Valos remember this is Regicide? His king is in that tower.
Oh, so it is. Does LY remember it's Regicide? Oh, they sure do. They sure do. It's over. It's so over.
All right, there are the Trebs, and he's ready to call GG.
Yep.
Okay, does he right-click the king? Oh, the king dances.
No. Get out of here. Get out of here. And
There's
the GG
GG
will be called, and LY... Great pressure. Did not just sit back and let the game happen. They were decisive in taking map control, pressuring the flanks here, and Ganji was just simply not really able to support in time.
Yeah, and that's the... I think the key is that they're pushing with the Italians, knowing that the pocket won't be able to help that side. Maybe there would have been room for the Amigos to rotate around the map and try to have Ganji head towards the Britain side first, where... Yeah, longbows are good, but they're a bit slower, and I think don't quite fight the Lechai as well as the Jembos do, right? But that requires a bit more initiative to force the fight on the right instead of on the left.
Well, I think that they needed to be in a position where they weren't defending an early imp, and you're not letting the massive ranged units go up, because if you have the flanks playing aggressively, then, you're doing everything to keep the longbowmen / Genoese crossbowmen numbers low. And then at that point, you just, Ganji just rolls across the map with Elite Lechai and obliterate everything.
I have to take my scoreboard, so it's 2-0 for LY. And what we have here... So also the Maya and the Chinese, not used for Regicide Fortress.
Nope, but those civs are also very good on other maps, so... That at least makes some sense.
What do the Chinese get used? Now it'll be frontline, which is 3 players in a line, or 6 players in a line. You have a flank, a middle, and a back, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of... Or a flank, a pocket, and an omega pocket. The pocket to pocket all pockets. Anyway, hopefully we'll be getting into that one soon. I'm going to get some more coffee, T-West. I'll be right back.
Ooh. Get some for me, please, or I could use some coffee. Also, did my chat clear again? Yeah, the chat cleared. I don't know why the chat clears. That's a weird thing. Maybe if I have it visible in Capture it won't do that. But I'm not sure why it disappears. We need Ornlu chat to spam to refill the chat. Maybe it's a setting I can change. Allow the YouTube chat. I think Viper mentioned Lewis. Part of me thinks Viper plus Vinchester would be the best pair for Onimaru. And I'm not sure what the top 3 for them would be. Part of me thinks Viper, Vinchester, Andy. I'm not sure who Lewis plays with, though. If not Andy. As I feel like Doubt, Tato, Jordan probably isn't going to be a team. And I don't know if Lewis... I don't know who else Lewis would play with then. I guess they could have 4 people on a team. And do something like Viper, Vinchester, Andy, Lewis. And I'm not sure how they split everyone else up, though. Oh, hello, gentlemen. How you doing? Good afternoon to you. And Frontline, indeed, the next map. Same set of players. I wonder if this is where Chinese could be used. They don't have camels now, so good eco to camels as the super pocket shouldn't be a thing. Franks could be used here. Finally having position for a night civ.
I return.
Showmatch was Doubt, Lewis, Andy. That doesn't mean that's actually going to be the team, though. I mean, what is the other team then? Viper, Jordan, Tato?
It'd be odd if Doubt wasn't playing with Viper and Tato and Jordan. Just, associate them all together.
I mean, Doubt, Lewis, Andy just feels like a weird team. Vince, Tato, Viper sounds strong? Maybe.
I think Vinch, Tato, Viper is probably the best team if you were just looking at who are the most skilled team game players.
Probably. I don't know about Lewis or Andy, though.
Mm.
How do you feel like... I feel like these days Andy's probably the most, in terms of 1v1 favorite of those, but I don't know. You never know with Tato.
Yeah, it's tough.
So this map, we'll get to see who the flanks are. It looks like we have Volus as the flank and Lix as the flank. Then we'll have Yo and Abund as the pockets, and Ganji and Vivi as the super pockets.
I think, yeah, that does look correct. Civ-wise, this feels like we're going to be seeing a Civ like Teutons or Incas doing some sort of nonsense, super aggressive on the flank. Maybe Mayans, Vietnamese in the first pocket for regular archer play, and then you go for a scout Civ like Chimera Romans in the Omega pocket.
I have seen Huiguang Cav used as the Omega pocket, but I guess we won't see them with this Civ draft.
Where do you go for Mongols? Because we have Migration, Frontline, and Team Acropolis, and I feel like you could justify
Team
Mongols
Acropolis.
on all of those maps.
I think you go Team Acropolis for the Mangudai. I think
Yeah.
Team Acropolis now has to be Mongols, Berbers, and either Slavs or Jurchens. Probably Jurchens. Then, actually, how are Jurchens as a water civ?
Not very good.
How are Franks or Slavs as water civs?
Very bad. I mean,
Maybe
that feels like
then
the Uwu Berbers. Oh, maybe
Shu.
Chinese Pocket on Migration. You know, we're a fan of that.
That's different, though. They don't have demos anymore.
Yeah. But they have the dragon ships now.
Yeah, you need to get imp for those though. I don't know. I mean, do water maps even go imp these days? Oh, Ornlu, I failed to download match content.
I did
again.
too.
I'm even subbed to the mod. Okay, frontline once more. Okay, well we have the answer to the civs, at least for this map.
We do, and they do not have Black Forest at all in the draft. Here we are, guys.
Colors set up. All right, so flanks immediately are going to be Goth plus Romans for Licks, and we're going to see some laming as Valis 3 vills lead to lame. He's playing Rage Forest. Licks has to be careful with sheep by his TC. We really need his Celts flank to have to do some laming.
Yeah, that's always going to be a popular one. Loom coming in very quickly here as vills are looping around the side. So, yeah, basically the chicanery civ here on the flank. We have Goths, one of the best civs at doing that, insta-loom, great drushing potential, extra food early on. There's a great civ for doing this sort of thing in a team game setting. Looks like both sides will probably lose a vill. Red losing one right away. Blue will lose one shortly thereafter. Scout is taking a lot of HP, though. There you go.
Me.
But yeah, you're roboting super hard, T-West.
Alright, that's my internet.
Yeah. Things are fine here. Thankfully. Romans are a bit more of an interesting choice. I thought they'd be played as like the scout role in the Omega pocket, but it looks like it's a bit of a different setup here. We're going to have nobody going archers, I think. Yo's going to go...
Yes.
Oh, you're back.
Okay. Roboting?
Up. Maybe?
Maybe. Maybe not.
There you are.
Alright. We'll see if OBS reconnects back. Or... No, we're not.
Oh, no. Could have swapped Burmese and Romans? I don't think Burmese are a civ you want to go with the chicanery with, because they don't have any Dark Age bonuses.
I think we're back now.
Good.
Okay, can you hear me, Ornlu?
I can hear you.
Alright. So it's fixed maps for the show match. It's just a show match where they're doing all the maps.
Yeah.
Yeah, and YouTube Tyler James asking if it's lagging. That is my internet dying for a moment. I think we're back. Alright.
I think this is a big
Ornlu, are we gonna get a douche? How many vills are back here? That's 8 vills.
I don't think so.
I mean, the front line. Think about that, right? You're a flank player. You vill fight the other flank player, disrupt them as much as possible, and then you douche one of the pockets, and you're disrupting 2 players.
Yeah, I think that this is all sorts of wrong here from LY. I think that Lix isn't doing enough early nonsense. Yo isn't going to have a good time just going scouts here. It's just not going to be enough army, and Vivi has no chance of making it to Castle Age safely. You can see that Ganji's going up on 20 pop here as Franks, and he's going to be going scouts, and then Abunza Halt's going to be going for archers. And this is what I was suggesting, right? You have the aggressive player on the flank, who just is going for degenerate nonsense. Then you just play it like aggressive archers and scouts from the pockets.
Yeah, so no fast castle, just all aggression. And that's not what Vivi's doing. Vivi wants to go FC Arambai, I think, as the Burmese.
I mean, yeah, but this is going to be so tough. He's already had his one lumber camp lamed. It's still going to be expensive to get to the Arambai. Vills are running around. Scouts are going to be coming in here from Yo, but I just worry that there aren't going to be enough units on the field here for LY in the not-too-distant future.
Yeah, I might be roboting again.
Yep. They sound fine to me.
I do? Okay. My internet is dropping again. See if it comes back. I'll need to get my ISP to fix something again, maybe.
Oh, look at this. The walls are coming in. The walls are closing in, T-West. Oh, he finished that one too. Oh, no. Deleting the lumber camp. He now has no more lumbar support, and those vills are getting wrecked.
Oh, man, those walls now protect the villagers from the militia. They're kind of trapped there, but they're safe for the moment, at least.
Yeah, and as soon as the men-at-arms try and cross the map, then they'll be going into the archers. And This is one of the weirdest towers I've ever seen.
Well, he wants to kill the Vills, right? The tower has... I mean, there are... How many Vills there? Ornlu? 8 Vills? You get that tower up, the Vills have to run, and they're running into scouts and militias. And now it's the scouts and men-at-arms.
Yeah, I thought he'd delete it at the back to go away from the men-at-arms, but nope. It's going to be a lot of dead units, but Valas is basically a sacrificial player, and there's the TC drop coming in, TOS. That's what we want to see.
There we go. I knew we were going to have a douche. No use spending economy going up to the feudal age on this map. Just go for the TC drop.
I mean, I didn't think you'd TC drop Vivi, but yeah, this makes a lot more sense. And again, I feel like this is just the best possible way to approach it. We got Abunzahalt, and we have Ganji making plenty of units in the near future. It's a tough map to defend, so the best way to defend is to never have to defend, as now it is going to be just such a mess here for LY to clean up.
Yeah. And you know the interesting thing is, Abun could also put the archers inside of Valas' TC, and then Valas could send his Vills to the berries and actually not idle them.
But I feel like Lix isn't a super consequential player at this point. I feel like you want to get to Yo. Yo feels really juicy right now because he only has scouts to defend himself, as Vivi's going to be still quite a while before he can actually help out.
Yeah, I still feel like the TC drop needed to be on one of the pockets, not the flank.
Yeah, but there were never, I think, quite enough Vills back over there.
Well, you know what? Maybe you can destroy a TC and then go for the pocket.
Yeah, you get yourself 2 TC drop chances with your starting 200 stone.
You do. This is where it gets careful, because if Lix rebuilds the TC, he could do like a counter douche TC and try to 2v1 your forward TC.
Yep, that is something we have seen in the past. Castle Age is coming in here for Vivi. We have a defensive tower here from Yo. He does have the Khmer houses to help him out as well, which is going to be a big assistance. And right now, Abunzahalt going across the map here with his archers, but Vivi is not the one you can really pressure, because Vivi's far away and he's full-walled, as, you know, if at first you don't succeed, TC drop again. And right now, Red just going back a few inches.
Ooh, men-at-arms from Lix running right under the TC. They'll get sniped down.
Bill there is sniped. Castle Age is coming in, but so are the Scout Cavalry. Oh no, Ganji breaking into the base of Vivi. This is the last thing that should happen.
And how many Vills will we get? There's one that's very weak. I think he just gets one, but that's a lot of idle time anyway. And I don't know if Yo, does he have numbers to clean this? He might. Say a 7 versus 5. He doesn't have bloodlines yet. He's gonna fight before that, wanting with the numbers to take the fight. And Vivi, I think he needs to wall this up so the scouts get trapped. Unless Ganji just fights anyway and loses them.
Yeah, I think that's going to be what happens there. It's going to be tough to drop the castle, but you'll still have it in here fairly soon. We don't have another TC drop attempt yet here from Valas. He does have the resources to do so, but oh, never mind. Sorry, I missed the big blue blob, TOS. My apologies.
Where's the big... Oh, there we go. There are the Vills.
we both missed the big blue blob.
I don't think there's a TC drop here, or no, I think there's just a bunch of dead Vills.
Yeah, that needed to happen sooner. Archers are coming into support, so that will be nice, but we do have bloodlines in, only 1 spearman, but that's going to be enough to scare away Yo for the time being. We have Ganji coming into support here as well, but right now, big army and villager lead for the Amigos. These Arambai have their work cut out for them.
And yeah, Valas still is in the Dark Age. He does have a nice spot for dropping on Yo with the TC. And I think that's where he would want to go, right between those houses. And that should be good. Let's see if he deletes his TC. Does he want to steal and delete the farm first? Yeah, he should have done it earlier, because Yo's just going to do a house there. And he could have done it in range, but now with that house, and with the next farm that fills the spot, the anti-douche farm.
Yeah. Classic. But the castle's in, the Arambai are on the way, and yes, Arambai are awesome units, for sure, but you need a lot of them. You have a big Vil deficit right now, and that's not even counting Valas, who doesn't really matter at this point.
Double-bit axe, town watch, and scale barding armor all for Yo.
That is a late double-bit axe, though, only at 41 villagers. That's not what you want.
Another 5 farms there for Valis.
Going to be starting his adventures. Both of the regular players, shall we call them, here for the Amigos, on their way up to the Castle Age. Not too many scouts left here for Ganji. The most important thing is going to be trying to keep that crossbow blob alive, because that's going to be your best bet at dealing with the Arambai, which are obviously going to be the most scary unit coming here from LY in the near future.
And also, if you can just kind of disrupt the farms a bit. A few archers will be picked off for Abund, but he's bringing a big mass back behind Valis' base to keep them safe. And it's going to be a while before he can upgrade to crossbowman. Valis could even just do a bit of quick walling there just to make the pathing more difficult, try to keep those archers back. But it looks like the Arambai won't chase. Oh, wait. Ornlu, we have a tower from Lix. They're Xing on the map. Tower from Lix hitting some of Abund's farms.
Ooh, that probably shouldn't have happened. You have Ethiopians, you can drop outposts all over the place without any issue. And this is just classic Lix, though. He's down and out. There's very little he could ever realistically contribute, and he's still making himself a nuisance. He's still being a pain in the butt, and that is just awesome to see right there.
That's what he does. We need a team of, like, Lix, Vivi, Ruben Stock.
But who's gonna be the who are they messing everything up for? It's just they're all messing everything up for each other.
Yeah, so Arambai now raiding Valis. Valis really can't do anything behind the TC at this point. He's up to the feudal age at least, but even then, it's a long time before he can worry about the Arambai. Do you think it's worth it to continue attacking Valis at this point? I mean, the Arambai could kill a lot of Vils.
I just don't think Valos is super relevant right now. The issue is going to be that the combination of Abunzo, Halt, and Ganji should be able to 2v3 this, or 2v2.5 this, because we have both of these players in a very good position. University does need to come in. I would wish that was a little bit sooner for Abunzo Halt, but of course, he has been having to deal with Lix, who is, again, brilliant move here with the towers.
Yeah, but Lix might lose a couple of Vils there, but it does allow the tower to get some damage on the crossbowman. Now, there was not much walling here for the Amigos, so that'll let the Arambai run around. And Arambai play is something LY does quite a lot, even in those Arabia 4v4s.
Yes, the Goth-Burmese combo. Who could forget?
Yeah, the Goth-Burmese. Goth make stuff as messy as possible while the Burmese pocket FCs.
And yet, it feels like the game is a little too fast for that these days. It's just Age of Empires is only getting faster and faster and faster. Yeah, don't try and do that, guys. The Arambai deal a lot of damage.
And I think they still escape. They just need to get around the outside.
Ballistics is about to be in.
Does ballistics matter these days? The crossbows are weak. Maybe the Arambai even win the fight if they just take it properly. Vivi needs to pay attention, though.
Lix is still tower rushing. Ganji's trying to help out his ally, but this has given Yo an opportunity to get to Castle Age. And Yo's on 48 villagers to Ganji's 48 villagers, so that's still really freaking good play from Yo. This game is in the balance, and although I've liked the overall approach here of the Amigos more, LY are fighting, man, as the scouts going to be killing more of Valos' Vils.
So Yo, he's not doing military other than scouts right now.
Yeah, just get up some
Yo
knights.
go for... Okay, he goes for knights. I was going to say, he might go straight for elephants, and just, you could use elephants to push straight down the middle.
That would be fun, but unfortunately, not what we're getting. Origin now coming in for him as well. Note that this is not an all-in play from Vivi. He is grabbing a university because, yes, ballistics does affect Arambai. And Yo himself is also expanding his eco, so the game will march forward with each team having basically a dead player, and each team having 2 healthy players-ish.
Does ballistics actually improve the Arambai? Because don't they benefit from the lack of ability to hit stuff by spreading the projectiles around?
It does help because it makes the, let's just say, the blob of darts is still going to be more on target than they otherwise would be, where they like all miss.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, like Thumb Ring would be really bad for the Arambai, but ballistics is still extremely helpful, if that makes sense.
Ooh, Yo trying to wall, but doesn't get it up. Valis will get a Vil through for an outpost. And Valis is up to the Castle Age. Valis could even Monk Rush if he gets that Vil through. Or just Siege Push, whatever the Goths want to do. You got 7 on Stone, you get Castle Drop with 1 Vil.
It'll be interesting for sure. If anything, it might just be to add TCs, keep himself alive, and then eventually work towards an army that's going to be particularly good here.
Yeah, if he does TCs and can boom, then he should be able to outboom Lix, who's still in Feudal Age.
I mean, Lix has done a great job applying pressure, but he is still very resolutely stuck in the Feudal Age, although I guess he could buy a lot of food at the market, but that's going to get very expensive. Arambai are still here doing some good damage. 3rd TC here for Abunzahalt. More archers are coming on in, and they are going to try and take a few more pot shots. Vil count is still dead even between the two teams, although the Ecos, I would say, have been more disrupted for LY than for the Amigos.
And crossbows will take... I'll go down to the Arambai.
And I love Arambai.
And
it's such a fun unit.
I think this actually does depend on Valis' ability to reboom now, because Arambai Knight is such a powerful combination. I don't think the Amigos can fight it right now. And Valis is going to lose a ton of Vils here. I mean, Lix has more population, even though he's in the Feudal Age. Maybe Lix is actually in the better spot, as Valis is still getting 1v2'd. Remember, when he douched, he built his TC even more forward, so his eco is even more vulnerable. And Ornlu, he's down to 7 Vils, 6 Vils.
Yeah, he's dead.
And he's got 4 in the TC.
This doesn't really change the situation where you have Green and Cyan in the best spot, but I feel like this is where Abunzahalt not being quite at the same level as all these other players outside of RF is a big issue, because what should be the case right now is Green being on like 50 crossbowmen.
Oh but he's just gosh, he's got 2 Vils. One of them is a forward sneak Vil.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be super relevant anymore this game for Valos.
Both of them are forward, Ornlu. Like, both of them would be offsides in soccer right now. That's how far forward both of them are. No. One on each half of the map.
Do they have a hair too far forward?
He might hit a cable with one of those Vils.
Oh, no. Or claim to not hit the cable.
Or run into a TC. Oh, no. Those Vils are the tail. Okay, he backs off. Oh, but there's a knight there. He needs the quick wall. Immediately quick walls the Vil. Well, that's basically a dead Vil now.
Thumb ring coming in for Green, but it just... Right now, we're looking at 23 to 31 crossbowmen, and that's not enough crossbowmen for how good Arambai are. The Arambai are fully upgraded as far as they can be at the moment.
They'll pick off a few Arambai. I mean, we do have 92 Vils for Ganji as the Franks. I mean, he could still go Imp and go Frank Paladin with Chivalry and carry the game. But this is a great wall from Lix to secure the map and ensure that whenever Ganji gets up, he won't overwhelm them.
I mean, it's just been such great support play here from Lix with that more aggressive approach. I mean, it was almost great for Valos, almost getting to those extra TCs. I think that's what he was going for, but it just ultimately did not work out. He's on 1 population. He is basically a non-factor at this point. Eco upgrades coming in for red.
Will he escape, Ornlu? Will this Vil escape? Can Valos get to safety? There's 1 more tile of wall.
Oh, no!
Gets walled in. Let's see, there's still an opening. And Lix wall that in time.
But here's the issue.
Wall.
Is that...
I think there are lots of issues for Valos.
Yeah, the Amigos are not loving life.
Oh, no, Vivi, no. Defeat the Vil. Here comes a knight from Yo.
Oh, no. We got a runner here.
Oh, he's so close.
No.
He can get to the TC.
Oh,
can he wall the Vil?
Rip. Now, Valos isn't literally defeated because he has a building somewhere. Actually, what is keeping him in the game?
The market. The forward market.
Where's this market?
Bottom right corner.
Oh, yeah, of course. Why didn't I look for the market over there? Yep, that's literally the only thing that's keeping him in the game is the market. Anyway, big fight happening over here. This needs to be an overwhelming victory for the Amigos, and it will be, because the crossbowmen, again, are here in just enough number. What I was going to say earlier before the Vil incident is that the thing is, once you get to a good number of Arambai, they will kill Infinity Knights. Like, the Knights, you could have, like, 30 Arambai versus 60 Knights, and the Arambai would still win just by microing around all day. So, having a big eco here with the Franks doesn't really help you all that much. You need the archer numbers for green, and he is now on his 50 crossbowmen. But now, Yo, of course, able to bounce back, and he's on his way up to Imp to West.
Yeah, he'll be the first one up. 89 vills, so not quite as boomed as Ganji is. But if the Khmer can get to elephants, that gives them actually a stronger unit than the paladin from the Franks. So elephant Arambai on a kind of a narrow map where you can push in one spot might be nice. I think the problem is just Vivi needs to avoid dying to that crossbow mass with the Arambai.
That's definitely easier said than done, because that is a bunch of fully upgraded Ethiopian crossbowmen at the moment. That said, I don't think Yo will go elephants yet, at least, as he doesn't have the eco for it. You definitely want at least 120 to 130 vills before you start considering a big elephant switch. I think Cavalier with +4 defense is going to be enough.
He's Xing the middle of the forest.
You know, sometimes the versions of this map have cliffs in the forest so that you can't onager cut around, but this one does not have that.
Okay, I've never seen that.
He does have a trade cart. Our assassins are concealed in these trade carts. Oh, guys, I think the Shah's in trouble. Valas is going to give him a champion surprise.
Now, the problem is, Vivi's castle defends his market. He can't even trade.
No. Big fight
another
here.
Arambai fight. This should be better for the Arambai. There's more of them now, but that's a lot of crossbows trying to flank and surround them. I'll have to run away. If they can isolate a group of crossbows, it'll be a good fight. We see also the spread formation for Abund.
Yeah.
Making sure he doesn't get essentially mangonelled by the Arambai.
Really, really good play there from both players, knowing exactly how you want to take that fight with the Arambai involved. Yo's an Imp. Cavalier is going to be on the way. +4 defense is going to be not far behind. And now the question is going to be, right now, there's going to be a big lead for LY once these two upgrades come in. Then we're going to have both of the Amigo players in the Imperial Age. And then eventually, once Vivi gets in, it's going to be advantage back here to LY. So it's going to be about who can best survive the timings.
Oh, you know, I just realized, Ornlu, that market is so bad for Valas because he's in the Castle Age. The rule is you can't sling until Imp. And because he's Castle Age, he can't sling.
Oh, well, I mean, it's like he's got only a little stone he
stone.
can sling anyway.
I mean, you could trade and sling some gold eventually. Oh, they're going to spot the trade cart. Outpost to spot the trade cart.
Oh, no.
Let's see it.
Oh, no. But
they don't see the market, or they don't see the market. They don't know it's there. Maybe
the Crouching Tiger, hidden market. No, but honestly, like, Lick's now coming in very, very clutch. He's got fortified walls all over the place, and that can buy, you know, so much time. He's adding in TCs. He is, again, in just such a great position to help out his allies. The walls are not here in time from Abunza Halt. That's it. Imp is in now for the two remaining players of the Amigos, but they really have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, they need to push as ASAP as possible, but the full fortified wall defense is here.
Yeah.
And Abun can't finish the walls. That tough for the Rage Force players not to finish the walls, but we have Yo coming forward with Vills getting to the inside where the Arambai have already breached that opening. And things just keep looking better and better for LY. This is, I think, the most promising game the Amigos have had. But LY is such a good team.
Yeah, they can just make something happen out of nothing. Oh, that's not really what you want. The Knights in the back, the Archers at the front. It's going to delay the fight probably long enough for the castle to come in. But the Arbs are here. You need to get a lead Arambai. That will be in shortly for Vivi. But right now, the fight's going to happen without it. And this is really probably the last best chance here for the Amigos.
Yeah, the castle's up, and I don't think they're going to be able to take that fight. Arambai, once Elite comes in, they'll be better against the Arbs. You still need a lot of Arbs to fight Arambai. 56 feels like maybe not enough, especially if they're clumped. Just wait to see Elite and Parthian tactics even for more armor. And then you just kind of mangonel the Arbs with the Arambai.
I mean, we're looking at 50 Arambai that are about to be elite versus 64 Arbs. It's still a far more valuable army here for the Arambai. We should have some bombard cannons on the way, and indeed one is coming for Ethiopians. You have 7 petards from Ganji? What?
I want to breach the wall. He's getting ready for sudden disaster. I don't even know where they're going. I don't see them.
Ethiopian Arbs are very good, but Paladin is not in yet, and right now the Cavalier numbers are fairly unimpressive for Ganji, despite his good eco, and the Arambai are coming in, the Cavalier are there as well, and this is possibly going to be it here for the Amigos in this game, as all of those Arbs are going to get massacred to us.
Oh, they're all going down. They're clumped up. Once they get clumping,
Yeah, it's ogre.
The Arambai start just stomping them. Oh, there's a petard in there. It just explodes in the middle of nowhere. Paladin, I mean, we do have Cyan Pocket Paladin, but I don't think that's even going to be enough for Ganji to save him.
Nah, no way on Earth. Asar's coming in here from Yo as well. I guess his gold is running low or something. But, yeah, I mean, Paladins are great. Cyan Pocket Paladins are even better. But the numbers are simply not there anymore for the Amigos, as we're looking at 150 more population here for LY.
Oh, nice walling from Lix, reacting to the 3 petards and fortified walls behind it, so no Paladins get in.
I mean, just such amazing play here from LY, and really they are showing why they are going to be one of the teams to fear in this tournament.
No matter what you throw at them, they'll throw something crazier back.
And it's just like they will always adapt to a situation no matter how bizarre it is. Like, I mean, it was the perfect reaction to the TC drop, Lix's play with the forward towers to throw off Abunzu a halt, which then left the Amigos defending back at green space, which just opened things up for Yo and Vivi to just smash Valos and take him out of the game. We have Elite Battle Elephant coming in, and this is so over.
Let's go more petards. I like that Ganji's trying something with the petards, but so far it's not been working.
Yeah, don't think this is really going to be a thing for the Amigos, and I mean, they're going to go down 0-3, and this was a good game. It's felt like they've had, like, opportunities, but they just haven't quite been able to follow through in all these games. And yes, we have our good old Donald Tusk swords.
Now that LY is trading, they do see the market there. They should start trading with Valis.
Add insult to injury. Force him to delete the market so he defeats himself. Oh, that would be funny.
Some petards exploding. Remember, petards don't do anything against land units, only against walls.
Yeah, not the best land unit there. And the Paladins are looking good. I mean, I wouldn't mess with Pocket Frank Paladins. But still, how do you push in time? Red's on his way up to Imp, and he just probably needs to go to a bunch of halbs. Oh, wait! The gate's open! That probably doesn't matter, though. You kill the Paladin that's there first, which he's not doing, which he isn't doing, which is going to let more units come in. He absolutely had the chance to kill the one Paladin that was holding the gate open.
Oh, that's a lot of Arambai now, but I think the Arambai still beat the Paladins.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this number of Arambai kill basically infinity Paladins. It just doesn't work for the Paladins whatsoever. The Arbs will force some damage, but yeah, the GG's going to be called.
Yeah. The Elephants have gotten to the back of the map. And, well, the douche was good. I still think the douche needed to be on a pocket and not on licks.
Yeah.
I think that's the key. That's what I learned from watching all those Nations Cup Chaos Pit games. You douche the pocket because they have the most to lose by being douched.
And then I just think that the follow-up, allowing the tower rush from licks to throw off a Bunza halt so much, the archer numbers were never what they needed to be in mid-game, and then eventually just not enough there. Valos getting essentially defeated.
I'm worried about the 5-0 again, Ornlu.
Yep. Could be going in that direction for sure.
So Goths, Franks, and Ethiopians lose. That was Khmer, Burmese, and Romans. So we're getting to migration now. And what do we see on migration from LY? It has to be Dravidians and Vikings, maybe Byzantine pocket. You can go camels for the middle.
Could be. I mean, it's just, I haven't really seen a ton of team game migration post-water changes.
I haven't either. Do you think Vikings are the pocket here? I think they gotta be the flank. I mean,
yeah, no way you can go it.
Fires.
You just want the best, well, I mean, you used to want the best galley rush civs.
I don't know now. I think you probably still do. I don't know. So Chinese. The final map is Team Acropolis. Chinese Wu Malians or Chinese Shu Malians for the Amigos?
The thing is, I think we might see Berbers here. Because although Berbers are very good on Team Acropolis, it feels very redundant with Mongols. Like, what, they're both going to go FC Cav Archer unique unit that just, it's like, that's too much, man.
Yeah. I feel like there's overlap between the two maps for the Amigos a bit more than for LY. I mean, Maya could even be an interesting pocket save to go Imp and then go Eagles.
I mean, that feels like that could be okay. But also, you'd rather just play them on Team Acropolis.
Yeah.
Play them with Vietnamese and Hindustanis.
Yeah, also my chat, you might want to just refresh because I think the internet drop I had might have lagged you if you might be behind.
Charles goes, well, I still think Amigos are going to be a very strong team in the tournament. It's just, oh, wait.
I would have liked to have seen the trade, honestly. That would have been fun.
I just wanted to see the trade that forces the deletion of the market.
Yeah, exactly. And there's Migration. So if you are a tournament organizer, Ornlu, and your finals are going to be played at the Garrison, what team do you want winning?
If I'm
Or
a tournament
finishing
organizer that has to
top
pay
two.
for travels, I want the teams that are the
Exactly.
closest geographically to Hamburg.
Well, I think first you want overlap between the players who will qualify for the Garrison, right?
Yes.
Because then
Yes.
you're double dipping.
As
So
much as
something like
possible.
something like Yo, Lix, and Vivi, where yeah, Lix and Vivi are good 1v1 players, but they're probably not LAN level qualifiers. You don't want to fly them out from China just to play 1 3v3 set with Yo, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think you would want the Vitality because at least 2 of the 3 of them are going to qualify. Heart
Also,
might be
the sponsor.
Oh yeah. So you definitely want that. And then
Yeah, Hart might be questionable, but it's a questionable where he could still qualify, right?
Yeah.
And actually, he's got to be there anyway, because if you pay $1,000, you can ride in a limo and eat dinner with Hera, Fury, and Hart.
Oh jeez. Such nonsense. Uh-oh. The dashboard's offline. Panic! Okay, it's all good.
Yeah, dashboard offline is my nightmare.
Here's my chance. Yes.
Only 1K.
Well, they're all in the lobby.
They are.
And
typical lobby things.
Hosted by Daniela. Oh, jeez. Ruining her own tournament.
Did I spell? Okay. Did. Wait, where does it say that? There's a typo in the bot. Posed. There's a typo there. Let me fix that. Let me double check I didn't just copy and paste from the handbook. Okay, yeah, it's my typo then. Alright. Really gotta play that, was it the Power Wash Simulator? You seen that game, Ornlu?
No, I haven't.
The Power Wash Simulator, you go and you power wash stuff.
Oh boy. I guess there's a
Boosted.
there's a simulator for everything. Anyway, the game has
Just about.
started.
Alright, someone type the bot command in. It is correct now.
Oh, this is a large version of Migration T-West.
Loading in. Loading in. It's taking a while to load in. It must be a large one.
Lots of fish here. I mean, we're looking at a map that is with a relatively long rush distance. It's still going to be aggressive from flank for sure, but you don't need to click up as unhumanly fast as possible. So
I don't know
right,
if it's large. Might be normal.
but that's definitely a longer rush distance than we have seen in the past. On
Yeah, I don't know. Also to note, no predators in the middle, and there are pigs in the middle. So if you scout them with your fishing ships, you might be able to scout in the middle a bit. Or a transport ship. Also, no hills in the middle. It's completely flat.
huh? Migration usually has
Completely
hills.
flat.
In fact,
Usually
Migration
have
can have
hills.
huge hills.
Oh my gosh, look at the beach terrain over here on Ganji's base. I don't know if that's intentional. There's
So
lots of beach
disappointing.
everywhere. Do other players have that? A bit. Maybe that is intentional. Yeah, people can get weird. If they base this on DE's map, there's going to be some very weird terrain blending all over.
Yep. Actually pay for dinner if it's with Ornlu. Finally, a way I can make money.
Ornlu having dinner. Dinner's got to be expensive, though, in Illinois by Chicago.
Yeah, it is. It certainly can be. I've been on enough first dates to know that. Well, interesting civ picks. So we have Abunza halt in the blue Wu on the east flank. Ganji is the green Chinese in the pocket, and Valas is the cyan Jurchens on the west flank. This feels very strange.
It does feel strange. And meanwhile, we have Vivi as the Vikings, Yo as the Byzantines, and Lix as the Dravidians. No questions there.
Yeah.
I mean, this might be the top 3 civs for Migration 3v3. Byzantine pocket for the fires if you fast imp. Then camels on the mainland if you want to boom a bit. Then probably the 2 best water bonuses for the docks, cheaper docks, plus pop space for docks. And you can have a very clean build order.
Yeah, I think it would be hard. You'd be hard pressed to be more optimized than this. Maybe Chinese over Byzantines, but like, yeah,
I don't know.
It feels pretty darn close and interesting. Whenever liberty is threatened, you'll find the 3 amigos.
The 3 amigos.
Oh, thank you, Sean DeWolf, for the cheer in Ornlu's chat for the amigos.
Cheer, cheer. All right, so what will we be seeing? Because the 3v3 meta could differ from the 4v4 meta. It could be more aggressive when it comes to the Castle Age fire ships, but now that hulks are a thing, maybe you don't want to go for the hulks at all if the flanks still go for galleys? Or if the flanks go hulks, then you go
The
galley.
map has whales on it, so you can get gold on the water now, too. So maybe the middle is less important, because you can win the water and still get gold for a while.
That's true, but the whales are very far away from the shoreline, so it's not going to be very good gold income.
It depends if you dock the middle and take them. I mean, the map generation is much better for the Amigos in terms of whales. They have 6 whales across the back, whereas there are none for Vivi. There's just 1 between him and Yo, and then just 2 in the other corner, so a bit unfair in terms of whale distribution.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit unfair, but I don't necessarily think it's the end of the world. Thus far, all of the flanks are on the way up, so You look at these uptimes, T-West, they feel very galley rushy, but not as fast as they could be.
Could be Hulk rushy. Probably galleys, though. Ooh. I was wrong, Ornlu. There are predators in the middle. There are snakes.
Snakes! It's a snake!
And they can go in water, too, unless they modified them.
Yes, snakes can go in water, which I don't understand because snakes can't attack ships.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense.
Like, shallows I could get, but all predator animals could already go on shallows.
Anyway, people are up on the flanks, and it will be Hulks. So triple Hulk from Vivi. Triple Galley from Valas, which should counter the Hulks. Triple Hulk from Lix. And then still on the Dark Age is Abund.
Whoa, Lix is being a greedy gumdrop T-West. Look at this, fishing lines and 2 more fishing ships.
Ooh.
So
that completely changes migration then, if it's a defensive map with more docks and fishing lines, rather than aggressive 3 fishing ships, as many Hulks as you can create.
So we have, on the Amigos, both flanks going galley only. We have 3 Hulks to open it up, and then a switch into galley. So it feels like maybe they'll switch back into pure galley soon.
Maybe you swap for fires?
Ooh,
I mean,
Hulks
are maybe better at destroying fishing ships. Yeah, I think Lix was trying to get to the pocket. Well, I shouldn't be able to get there with Abund up.
Yeah. So my big question is, did the Amigos just screw up the draft, or why are we playing Jurchens here? Jurchens are not a great water civ. Although they do technically have the single best water unit, which is the Jurchen Lochuan. But they're bad at everything else.
I mean, good Dark Age eco with the food lasting longer. There are still a couple of geese under the TC. Maybe that's a reason you'd want them. That's about all I can think of.
Yeah, but it's like Jurchens over... I mean, like, Mongols and Berbers both feel like they would be better civs here. Actually, Malians also feel like they would be a better civ here.
Yeah, kind of surprised not to see Malians on the flank with a wood discount. But also, Malian's late game on water really fall off.
But they are good at taking map control afterwards. So, like, you go for the full-on galley rush, and then you just play land. Like, you can go for camels.
But if you use them as a pocket, you're not using your first pick to Chinese. I mean, I think Ganji's still just hoping that the dragon ships will carry.
Well, dragon ships are better than Byzantine fire ships, so at the very least, that's that's all even.
Well, how do they do then against Therissidae and longboats?
Longboats can still kind of make things work. I need to double check the melee armor again. I think they're also better against Hulks. Moral of the story, dragon ships are super good.
Yeah, both pockets up to the Castle Age with a ton of fishing ships. You think we see fast imps?
Probably. At least that used to be the name of the game. Yo will definitely have close to imp resources with Byzantines. Ganji, meanwhile, still looks kind of far away, but when you have so many fishing ships, that food income comes in very quickly.
And looks like it's full galleys to the west, so no addition of fires, just going for galleys. And I think nice opening then for the Amigos if they catch the Hulks with galleys before they lose fish.
Yeah, if we look at the eco units killed, so far Vivi has killed 1 fishing ship, but that's it. So nothing that is going to be especially decisive over the course of the game. I guess Valas only has 3 fishing ships to Vivi's 6, while they're even in villager numbers, so that will be better for Vivi over time, especially as he is Vikings, and once you start farming, that free will barrel is going to be very helpful.
See how this galley fight goes, because Valas is pretty far forward now, and it's always hard to fight under your enemy's docks when they get their reinforcements out instantly.
Especially when your opponent's Vikings and they just have the cheaper production and the better economy. It's a terrible matchup on the water here for the Jurchens.
And Yo actually going to do a TC in the middle, so he's not going straight to Imp. He will do the TC first. I mean, he could still go to Imp.
I mean, look at Yo's resources. He absolutely is going to go to Imp T-West. He's got the monastery done already, so yeah, he's doing fine.
Going to Imp with the gold shaft mining, too. So he's going to 2TC boom on his way up to Imp, along with Byzantine fires, it looks like.
Honestly, I feel like this is a really good build. I mean, you're getting Imp at a good time. you're getting some presence on the mainland, which is going to be more important than in a 4v4, where you could just go like pure fast fire ship. So yeah, it looks really good.
Okay, so Vil fighting the snake by the TC. That snake will go down. Medium warships for Ganji along with gill nets, but he's close to Imp too. So maybe that's the build these days. You're able to go Imp, but with a few things, University, Monastery. Which would be no problem for him to click up either.
I mean, check this out, T-West. This is just straight up better from Yo. Ganji had to sell his stone. He has no presence whatsoever on the mainland, and he's slower to Imperial Age. He actually has slightly fewer fishing ships. He's behind in eco compared to Byzantines. What, 600 food behind? Like, that is not what you're looking for.
No, and then still, you're the Chinese. You're a civ that should have the extra vills to have a good eco. But the migration start makes that a lot more awkward when you're waiting for the food to get under the TC. And if you're not getting as good of an advantage as usual, then you're falling behind to the cheaper Imp of the Byzantines.
Yep, Siphons coming in for both of them. No incendiaries for actually either of these civs. They both have the two best fire ships, and yet neither have the exploding fires, I guess just to balance them. You also miss the final speed upgrade as the Chinese, because you essentially get it for free. One of the weirdest bonuses to get a 5% and 10% movement speed boost.
Yeah, some bonuses are weird these days.
Remember when Chinese were, other than their start, a very simple civ?
I honestly, I think they were better with camels, like more well designed, and with the demo HP too. That was actually kind of a unique bonus.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But
I mean, the
do know
Dragon
the
ship could have just been a unique unit for one of the new civs and not a replacement thing.
The thing is, the new Chinese are more historically accurate. It's just, I just don't feel like they're as good of an AoE 2 civ.
Yeah, they're not.
All right, guys. Fire ships are speeding on in. 1.7 to 1.5 movement speed. That is a big advantage. This needs to be a very good fight here for the Amigos. They are behind in economy. Meanwhile,
Gosh,
on the...
look how speedy they are.
Yeah. I mean, the fire ship speed bonus is quite good. And you do get the free armor upgrade as the Wu, which is quite helpful.
And Lick's being forced back. But I like that Lick's and Yo already are on the middle. Yo's grabbing relics. Lots of relics spread out across the middle, so he'll have a good gold eco from them.
You got Dry Dock coming in. Get yourself the extra Pierce armor to help out against the galleys, so that's going to be quite nice. Heavy warships does just give you the dragon ships. It's not a unique upgrade. And right now, Lix is adding in some demos, so clearly he is lost.
They're adding in demos. That never feels good. You need
in
to
the
upgrade
big
them
2026.
Too. He's doing the demo ship upgrade even. I mean, is this going to be worth it? You could get some hits from the docks if the young garrison's at the right spot.
Oh, but the dragon ships are now in T-West.
Are they good against dragon ships at all?
I mean, insofar as they're good against fire ships, I guess so, but...
Are they still good against fire ships?
I mean...
They're not fast enough to catch them.
Well, dragon ships are super fast. I mean, look at that 1.89 movement speed.
That is insane. It's like not fast enough to catch a Berber trade cog, but faster than anything else I've seen.
Yep, I'm pretty sure it's the second fastest unit in the game. Oh boy. Well, the dragon ships do need to make sure that they are there, because right now, the Amigos need to win water super, super hard.
There's no elite upgrade to dragon ship, right? It's just the final fire ship line replacing fast fire.
Exactly. Berber fast fires aren't faster. Dragon ships actually have a higher base speed than fast fire ships.
What's the Berber ship bonus then?
10% faster movement speed. Although they do get all the speed bonuses ups as well, so maybe it is faster.
Yeah. That's then 15% in Imp. And in Clinker Construction would be another 10%. So 10 times 10 would be... Oh, what, that's 1.21? So they should be faster than the dragons that are just the 15%. That's a 21% boost. All right.
The more you learn. All right, we now have careening coming in for both of the flanks here for LY, and it feels like they're doing well enough on the water to compensate for the fact that they're just going to be going crazy on the land. Lix actually has a really solid eco. I mean, compared to Blue, he's already, what, 25 villagers ahead? That's like 50%. Oh, boy.
The dragon ships here, I mean, the longboats should be able to deal with dragon ships somewhat, right?
They have 9 Pierce armor to you, West.
Yeah, but that's a lot of arrows, though, from the longboats.
But remember, longboats attack different than they used to. All their arrows deal the same damage, and they have much lower base attack.
That's true, but it's still attack per arrow that happens, right? As long as it's doing 1 damage, it's still damage. Right?
That's true.
I mean, do the Byzantines really need Greek fire? Is that still useful these days?
Yeah,
it's just range.
It is useful. It is range, but I mean, we're gonna rock the dragon here. Dragon fire ship. I mean, look at those things torch everything, and against buildings as well. They are incredible.
Yeah, I guess against buildings, but I mean, look at the middle. Yo's doing a castle. LY has been booming uncontested in the middle. 254 to 199 population for eco, and most of that will be a Vil lead. That is 86 Vils, 71 Vils, and 62 Vils, compared to a high of 55 on the other team. And they certainly have control of the middle, no doubt about that. And I feel like control of the middle when you're not completely dead on the water is nice. Defensive castle from Lakes just to try to secure his starting island. Should get that finished. Might lose a few Vils, but should get it finished.
Yeah, he can't afford to lose a few Vils. And that's interesting, Grovsy, because that is actually a change from when they first released the dragon ships as part of Three Kingdoms, where they actually were faster than the fast fire ships. Because there's only 1 speed upgrade, and Chinese had it. All right,
wait, there weren't 2 speed upgrades at the start? Weren't there always 2 speed upgrades?
No.
Since the thalassocracy? No? Huh.
Or there were, I guess, in the water rework. But dragon ships were in the game, I think, before the water rework was implemented, right? I think they were.
That's a good question. Oh, because Three Kingdoms was before the water rework, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
The water rework was added to the game with the last chieftains.
That was the chieftains.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So they've been.
Okay. So yes.
Wait. Were the dragon ships though then added with the water rework? No, they were earlier. They
were added with Three Kingdoms.
Okay. Yeah. All right. There we go.
We got there in the end. Anyway, the Amigos are winning water.
Do against the dragon ships?
Well, remember, they do have an extra melee armor compared to fast fire ships, unless they change that too. Nope. Or, yeah, it's the same now, actually. So the dragon ships have 1 more base attack. And that's it. Yeah, they have 1 more attack and 5 less HP.
Yeah, so castle on the coastline for Vivi. He could lose some Vils if Valis wants to fight there, but then the longboats will come up from behind, and Valis risks losing the navy if he wants to deny the castle. See how Vivi can pathfind here. Also have a castle race on the east, as Abund and Yo both want castles over there. Snakes attacking Yo's Vils. And
Lix also wants a castle over here to the east, so that is going to be a little bit messy, but Lix is the one who's in Imperial Age, and now it's elephant archering time, and Lix is about to elephant archer all over the place on the land, and again, this is just not enough of a win at all on the water for the Amigos for this to be worth it.
Cataphract sighting. Ornlu, Yo has a cataphract. Beautiful cataphract.
Glorious cataphract.
Oh, 2 cataphracts. 2 cataphracts. Lovely. All right. So I think that LY is showing what the thing I think that we realized when we played Migration is that the land in the middle is more important than the water. And you can lose the water and win the game by holding the land. And here they're holding the land without having lost the water. They're still fighting on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, water will win you the game if you win water very fast. But if you don't win water, like, instantly, really it's like, you need to kill all of the Pocket's fishing ships. That's the big thing, before they, you know, get up to Imperial Age. Like, once the Pockets get established on the land, then the water doesn't really matter as much.
That's the thing, though. With how you can garrison now, can you actually destroy pocket fish? They really have to be not paying attention, I think, for that to happen.
I mean, at the very least, it's quite difficult to do so. Trebs are trebbing out. You're not on the way to, I mean, you're on the way to Imperial Age, but you're not there yet. Ganji is going to mix in some Lochuans, and yes, Lochuans are very, very, very strong, but you just haven't won water hard enough. Cyan has a decent Vil count, but he's got no presence whatsoever here on the mainland.
Yeah, whenever LY sees the Amigos on the mainland, they're just going to castle drop them and go after them.
I mean, LY have looked like a tournament-winning team in this series so far. They are not messing around. The trade cogs are cute, but it's just not quite good enough. Vivi now in Imperial Age. Elite Longboat's going to come in shortly, and I mean, like, what are you even going to do here as Valos?
Cataphract's destroying a TC, and LY is just a well-oiled team game machine.
Always have been.
I know they didn't play Black Forest, not in the map pool for the show match. They did play RF, where it stands for Regicide Fortress. Still, Frontline, I think, was the most competitive game between these two.
Yeah, that one probably should have been won. I mean, I feel like
need to douche better.
Need to TC drop more efficiently, and you need to wall better and not get your units caught out of position.
Valis is trying to go for a tower rush on Vivi's island, but Vivi up to Imp can just trap that down.
Yeah,
so not too big of an issue for him. He's also gotten a lane to transport over where he has a TC and some eco established.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, you just ferry the villagers right over. Elite Cataphract TUS just for you.
Elite Cataphract, I'm not seeing a way into this for the Amigos now.
I'm not even seeing a woo into this.
I'm not seeing a shoe.
No, I think LY are a shoe in.
At least we have the glory of Elite Cataphract. But 4 docks now from Yo, and they can start pushing into the trade. We do have some trade cogs, at least. It's at 1.98 speed, so something even faster than those dragon ships.
Yep. And you do crack the 2.0 speed threshold with Berbers.
Caravanserai, do they apply?
No, they don't.
On the coast?
Literally, the first thing I checked with Caravanserai is if they affected Berber trade cogs, and no, they don't. It's very sad. But I guess, you know, the Silk Road, not really known for being aquatic in the middle of Eurasia.
Imagine that fishing ships could build floating caravanserai where you could sail over them and they give you a speed boost.
I mean, what would that be? I mean, it's literally would be like a dock, a harbor. Elephant archers versus ships.
And maybe you just like build an obstacle in your enemy's water and it slows down the trade.
But they just did a big pile of driftwood. Getting a Swahili Civ? We'll see if we ever get a Swahili Civ. Jurchins don't get heated shot, by the way, guys. It's very tragic.
How do they counter camels, then?
Not been a thing for a very long time, I'm afraid. Volksvigar coming in. The slowest fight in AoE 2. I still think the Elephant Archer mirror with Bengalis is the slowest fight in AoE 2.
Other than Hulk versus Hulk?
I think Hulk versus Hulk is faster than an Elephant Archer v Elephant Archer.
Well, Elephant Archer versus ship we have here. You have Luchuans taking out the docks. But Yo just continuing to push even against the Carracks there that counter the fast fires. He's got Lix's elephant support.
Well, I guess maybe it's not the Bengali Elephant Archer anymore since they lost Parthian tactics. So now they actually deal some damage to each other.
Maybe it's the Dravidian ones that heal.
Yeah, but they also attack faster, so they deal the damage more often. There's not quite enough range on those. I mean, the towers get some decent shots, and I mean, towers are still very good against ships even without heated shot. But we got the yellow Byzantines.
How do you destroy trade cogs when they're so fast?
Ranged units. Same way you kill trade cards.
Oh, wait, you can trade for wood too now, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that means this game might never end if both teams are just trading for wood and gold, right?
Well, I mean, you're still going to lose to the better army, and I imagine it's still going to be much better to take the resources in the middle than just trade. Also, stone's going to be an issue.
Okay, so Droman's now for Yo. He's pushing castles with the Byzantine Dromans that shoot faster. Still doesn't have Logistica or Greek Fire.
Nope. But it does remind me of Tyre from Saladin 5 with the yellow Byzantines. But yeah, there's the GG called. Yeah. And, I mean, LY looking great.
Feels like despite with the Chinese as their first pick, the Amigos were horribly outsived.
Well, they were outsived a bit on the flanks. Well, a bit to a lot on the flanks. And I really just don't think Ganti was able to properly utilize Chinese. Byzantines might get to imp faster, but Chinese should have a way better economy.
Yeah, I mean, fair question of Chinese versus Byzantines. What's the better pocket, right? But in terms of flanks, Dravidian plus Viking bonus is crazy good.
Yeah.
And we'll see that manifested in the KD. Ganji the only one with a good KD on his team. The flanks got destroyed.
Yeah.
And Yoziko was crazy good since he was in the middle.
And he was in the middle quickly as well. Again, just being able to get an eco lead over Chinese is not something that you should be able to do early on like that.
And so that's Chinese, Wu, and Jurchens losing against Dravidians, Vikings, and Byzantines. Alright, Ornlu, I will be back in a second. Can you entertain the chat?
Will do. Needed the Loach ones faster? No, I mean, not really. The issue wasn't destroying the ships. Or the issue was that they weren't destroying the ships, not really the buildings. Am I an amigo? No, I'm very unfriendly. Anyway, I think this should be Mayans, Vietnamese, Hindustanis versus... Do you go Mongols, Berbers, Slavs? Again, my concern with Mongols and Berbers is that they kind of do the same thing with the FC unique unit. Yeah, it's Team Acropolis is the last map. Like, Mongols and Berbers feel very different when you play them, but in terms of what role they play in this particular situation, it's basically the same thing. What are they going to do versus Hindustani? Halbs from Slavs? I mean, Hindustanis are a very good civ here. Mongols can go drill SO. That is much harder to make work, though, on Team Acropolis than it is on Black Forest, though. You just don't have the space. And, yeah, you probably need to, like, actually provide units and not just siege weapons. Yeah, the whole tournament's 3v3. So what maps does the league have that we haven't seen? Crescent, which is a variation of a map that we used to see, whose name I have forgotten. This map used to be called something else. I don't remember what it is. We got Fortified Clearing, Grand Barra, all good maps. Menindee, I loved Menindee. That's a great map. That was from my tournament. World Desert Championship. And Tres Leches, also solid map. And then Arabia Arena, BF, Enemy Archipelago, and Nomad, all classics. With two... well, there's only one game left, so there's just 2 extra civs. It is 4-0. Trace Leches and just magically appeared at your computer. It's amazing.
Tres Leches. So it was 3-0. Oop, that's because I forgot to update the score. It's actually 4-0.
It's because T-West is a terrible streamer is why.
It's because I gotta click 2 buttons. There's one in capture age, there's one outside of capture age.
The real struggles.
I think you mean Tide Pool is what you're thinking of. It was in NAC.
Yes, that one.
Yeah. It's different though, because Tide Pool was closed on both sides. Crescent is, as the name would imply, open on one of the sides.
Okay, so it's Tide Pool with a little roosterness thrown in.
Yep. No, 100% my fault. That was not an internet lagging. That was a Twist needed to click a button. Has anyone actually, this is a while ago, has anyone actually fronted the 1K for the dinner? I don't think so.
The 1K for the
I
what?
don't know for sure. The 1K for the dinner. The limo dinner.
Oh, that nonsense.
Vitality.
That's just like, why are you trying to take people's money in that way?
Hey, if people want to do it, they can do it. There was someone who did the $1,000 for NAC just to be on site for the final day, for the Friday.
I guess.
People can be a VIP. Am I enjoying the soccer as well? I haven't really watched. Honestly, I've seen some of the controversies, but that's about it. I'm not much of a soccer watcher. I'm one of those people who's very confused that offsides would ever be a reasonable rule.
I've been told that it actually makes the game more aggressive and not less aggressive. The Ornlu swimsuit calendar, that's next month. All right, no fish. That question is answered.
Fish. So let's get this game started. Propolis load, please.
The Malian team bonus is the 80% faster researching university techs. Whole calendar. All right, so it is at the end of the day the exact civs that we suspected. So looking for the 5-0, we will have Vivi in the red as the Vietnamese, Yo is the yellow as the Hindustanis, and Lix in the purple as the Mayans on the south flank. Team Acropolis, you're all very close to each other. Flank and pocket doesn't matter as much, but it's there.
It matters. We'll have then Mongols, Berbers, Slavs, all unique unit civs. Berbers in the middle for the late game, where the flanks go Siege Onager and the Berbers go Bombard Cannon.
Berbers also could go for a knight-based mid-game if they wanted to. Certainly nothing wrong with that.
Or camel-based mid-game.
Or a camel-based mid-game.
Also, it looks like this is not just fishless, but also deep water, so I don't think anyone can dock here for potential cannon galleons and ponds in the late game.
No camping.
Very backwood for Vivi, and I believe that the rock terrain surrounds the entire top of the hill, So if you want to wall yourself on the top, you have to actually commit to doing a circular wall. You can't just use the edge of the map as a wall.
This has to be one of the best team game maps. I agree. I think it's very versatile in what you can go for. There's a decent balance between aggression and late game. It's a good one. That said, a little imbalance with having 2 wood lines in the back versus 1 here in favor of LY.
That's a big chunky wood line, though. It's got a boar, a bear, and some ibexes in it. I don't think that really matters too much, though.
It just might be a little bit easier to defend early on. Not going to be the end of the world, though, for sure. Most important thing is that you do at least have 1 corner open for trade later on.
Yeah, that's true. You kind of want to take that wood early just to open up your trade in some ways.
Yeah.
So then you get markets, and then you're playing either towards the north or the south for trade. One of the ways to play the map is by controlling the corners to ensure you have the better trade route.
Yep, and that is certainly something we have seen. This is a classic map. Been in the game since the Forgotten, I believe. So, seen plenty of team game tournaments on it. We do have a barracks coming in here very early for Valos, whereas Ganji is ostensibly going for an FC.
There's also luring some of the super far boars. Some versions of Acropolis have far boars.
Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder if we could ever see reverse Team Acropolis. Remember reverse Acropolis from TTL? What if we just reversed it for Team Acropolis?
So it's basically like Enemy Archipelago, but with an Acropolis?
No. I mean, like, you're, like, downhill instead of uphill.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reverse enemy Acropolis. You're in a pit with one enemy. Like a cage match.
Ooh, we could do that.
Alright, so already we have some interesting openings. It will be scouts from Yo, although he'll likely struggle to get some damage done, but at least the scouts keep your opponents honest and punish them if they aren't taking that precaution of walling. Barracks coming in here for Abunzwa Halt. Valos likely going to open scouts as well. Or no, sorry, he's just now clicked up to Feudal Aid.
They're just going to FC. I mean, Hindustani scouts do have that attack bonus against buildings, so if you're going to break in, they're an option. Part of me would love to see Hindustanis and Saracens together in some capacity here. Then you put a lot of pressure on the feudal walling.
Yeah, just go for like forward archery ranges. We've seen that in the past on this map.
So there was a map like that in NC 2015. Probably was there. It was definitely in, I believe it was the War is Coming land in China, where Tyrant tried to stonewall the entire map and Viper left holes.
Yep. But the Forgotten came out in like what, 2012, 2013? So
the mod was the end of 2012. The HD DLC was in 2013.
Yeah. So it was absolutely around by the time that NC 2015 happened.
Acropolis itself originally was a map by Scripter.
Yes.
Original Acropolis had flowers under the TC and roads on the side of the hills.
I forget what they used before the rock terrain.
It was roads.
Was it roads?
The rock terrain was added in the HD edition. But
yeah.
The roads were the original OG Acropolis.
Yeah.
And you definitely remember Land Madness with the ice.
Yes, and only ice and bamboo. All right, well, the walls aren't in yet here for the Amigos. They are completed, as far as I can tell, for Team LY. Meanwhile, Lix is just going to be going for FC Plumes. VV going to be going for FC Rattan, so we're going to have double ranged unique unit, and notably 2 ranged unique units that are not that bad against Mangudai or Himmel Archers.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, wait, will the scouts break through? They will. Some weird walling from Ganji, but the Hindustani scout bonus already going to get a Vil. Ooh. Nice start to the game. You got to wall against Hindustani scouts immediately. Yeah. They're just so quick at breaking through.
Yeah, really, really underrated team bonus. It is just so annoying to deal with them early on, especially because Palisades are so weak these days. I have no idea what Ganji's doing. He's going to ostensibly be going for FC Cav Archers, which doesn't feel very exciting. He's going to make an Archer now, but I think that's just to shoo away the Scout Cavalry.
He needs that. You can't let them attack those walls freely.
Yeah.
Oh, Mongol Genitors? Against Plumes and Rattan Archers, maybe.
Yeah,
but not
could
against
work.
the Hindustanis. Although, I guess if the Hindustanis are going camels, maybe you won't really care about Genitors like you normally would. Is there an overchop on these trees, Ornlu? I don't... Okay, no.
Not
the house
yet.
is another tree. Go hoping for one.
And the Castle Age will be in here in just a moment for Valas. Not many villas on gold, so I suspect it will probably be some camels. Maybe add the TCs behind then.
Also, notably, the houses get stronger when you get up to the Castle Age, so that helps keep you safe.
Yes, Mongol Genitors have a bonus, and they are the exact same as the Jurchen Genitors that we saw the other day, as in yesterday.
Only they have Thumb Ring as an option, so that they can be better.
Well, they get the slightly higher accuracy, but Genitors already have higher accuracy than most range units. Is stack patrolling allowed in the tournament? I think it's banned from every Microsoft-sponsored tournament. Or
I mean, it's as normal. You can't just stack patrol on one tile continuously, but you can patrol into fights like you always have been able to do. Are they better than skirms?
Mongol Genitors are definitely better than Mongol
Depends.
skirms.
I'd say in general, but they're just kind of more awkward. You don't have the same attack bonus against the spear line that skirms do. So when you get to the Trash Wars, it's a bit trickier to include them because you won't be killing halbs as readily. Can you patrol 20 scouts to hit one house? I believe that's disallowed. Because that would just be a continual fight on one tile. Or a continual stack patrol on one tile.
Well, castles are incoming, so again, two strong foot archer unique units at that. We already have an extra TC that's also going to be coming in here from Vivi. And in the last game, one of the major advantages that LY was able to achieve was actually the expansion of the flank eco. And we can see already that Abunzua Halt is going to be a fair bit slower than either of the flanks here for LY. Second TC is coming in here from Ganji, but the Mongol Cav Archer play feels like a little bit of a waste of the Civ.
Well, I'm sure it'll go to Mangudai eventually. Also, thank you, Coastal, for the follow. Follower number 15,990, as we're almost at 16,000.
Well, there you go.
So TC's all around. This is a map where you're very far apart, but one mistake and the scouts get in. And Yo is in on Ganji's wood line. And he'll lose at least 3 villagers. At least 3. There he goes. And Cav Archer's not in time to save him. Where did he get in? Just through the... Oh, yeah, just through the palisade.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the scouts on this map. Like I said, it's to keep you honest. If you make a mistake in your walling, the scouts will run in and kill you, and the tiny forests plus large surface area does leave those units right for the pickin', and that is going to be several dead villagers that the Amigos can ill afford to lose at this point, as the Cav Archers are only going to pretty slowly kill those scouts.
Also, the difficulty, so much of the top is taken up by farms, it's hard to wall within your walls because you end up needing to delete farms. The scouts don't care about the TC fire. They're in, looking for more stuff to kill, but won't find it. Could maybe just open up the wall again.
Third TC for Vivi is denied at least in the short run, but a couple dead villagers is something. Yo is able to add in those Hindustani camels, and those are going to be really, really annoying to deal with as LY. Honestly, this entire series have done a great job with their civ management.
Yeah, I've also tried to go for camels. It feels like LY every game has had better civs.
Yeah.
Which is hard to do over the course of 15 used civs, 3 per game over 5 games.
Yeah, it's, I mean, it just shows their experience together, right? Like, they are very, very good at drafting. They know what they need to do, and
forcing
each player understands the role well.
Also forcing the game into situations where their civs are good.
Yeah, I mean, now you're just allowing the Hindustani player to make camels, and then the 2 flanks to make their archer unique units. It is exactly what these players want to be doing. Mongols don't want to be making Cav Archers. Slavs are okay making knights and booming, but it just isn't going to be very good. And now, what's Valas even doing? He's on 2 TCs and with 2 knights?
Oh, but finally a mistake. He's moving Vils for a TC, and those Slavic knights bring a bear along with them. They'll find the Vils out of position. There'll be a few dead Vils for Yo.
That's so racist. The Russian adjacent Civ getting a bear. Come on, man. Need to make it more.
He brought it with him.
Make it more fair. And right now the camels will chase the units away, but that's at least enough of eco damage here from LY to equalize the villager count, and that's really what they needed at this point. Actually...
Yeah, they need some damage.
Yeah, it's, 7 villagers killed to 4. Idle time is even enough, so yeah, I mean, the game is at least going to march on.
Yeah, and those are the Cav Archers now, getting amassed. Faster shooting Mongol Cav Archers. And as long as they don't take a horrible fight against the camels, we'll be okay. You need a lot of plumes to fight that. And Yo might not get the TC again. Those Cav Archers come over. He has to run.
Bills, they'll have to retreat for now. The Rattan Archers are coming out to support their buddies. Bodkin now in. No ballistics in yet for any of these players. And Yo is really missing armor upgrades. No armor upgrades in yet. Scale barding armor is on the way. But this is the exact sort of thing that you are looking for right now, as the Amigos going to try and at least steal a game from LY, as more camels are going to go down.
Oh, thank you, Jeep, for the sub.
Broken heart. Jeep, TOS loves you. I know it. I know it in his heart.
So forward castle now for Valas. And, oh, we have him, Ornlu, the Genitors. Yep. We have the Mongol Genitors. I'm going to try to clean up the mess of these unique units.
They are going to die horribly to the camels, so you need to make sure that engagement doesn't happen. Castles in, camel archers are going to be on the way, but it's just to be so slow to develop them, especially relative to these 2 flank unique units who have already pretty decent numbers as they've been produced since early Castle Age.
And there we go, handcart for Abund. So he's getting the eco set up. Slavs will have great farms. And I do think late game the unit composition for the Amigos should be better. Even though, yeah, there are the unique units. I mean, Vietnamese can be scary if they get elephants. But other than that, the Maya, you don't really fear too much late game. The Hindustanis are a bit limited, really just going camels.
Yeah, I mean, once we get to full-blown post-imp, definitely give the Civ advantage to the Amigos, and those are Genitors that are able to attack downhill. And Rattan Archers are scooching back. Ballistics is almost in. The Cav Archers definitely going to want to skedaddle out of there.
Yeah, they'll get out. And TC's expand. Oh, we have a castle. We have a forward castle from Lakes. He wants to drop right on Abun's expansion with the TCs.
Plumed Archers frolicking across the map here. That castle is going to be tough to stop. The TC's now done. It can't be canceled. And this is going to be very tough. There are only 5 knights on the field here for Abun Halt. His eco's looking all right, but they just need an army at this point.
And Valas is Camel Archers, so it'll be all 3 players here, Knights, Cav Archers, Camel Archers, but there are too many plumes. Plumes are so cheap. They're tanky, and they'll keep the fight. They won't win the fight, but it'll be long enough that the castle could go up. This will be close. It's on 65%. Can the Amigos win this fight? They want to stop the castle. There aren't too many Vils there. Only 8 Vils. Vils now will fall back. And the Amigos, they might be doing it. They might be stopping the castle drop.
Well, Defender's advantage is huge here. The Rattan Archers were simply not in the fight. Honestly, a rare slip-up in communication here from LY. The Vils are going to try and punch, but with the reinforcements coming in, if you look at the overall numbers, heavily favoring LY. We've got both flanks on the way up to the Imperial Age, T-West, and this is going to go right back to looking grim.
And this castle will go up. The Mayan and the Vietnamese, 2 very smooth economies. And just go Imp, and they start Trebin. We also have Imp for Abund, but a lot slower. And not really the same early Imp pressure with the Slavs that you have the Maya. You have more expensive units and you need more upgrades.
I mean, yeah, what are Slavs going to do in Imperial Age on 84 villagers? It's not really what you're looking for. I guess he's going to be going Cavalier, but That doesn't really feel quite good enough. Yes, the ecos are a little bit better for the Amigos, but they just don't have the army. They don't have the map control. You see LY continuing to expand out across the map. And at this point, I mean, how do you just stop this early imp push? You have the forward castle in here for licks.
I think you do stop it, Ornlu. I don't think you do. I think this just comes up when we get Trebs. I mean, where are the Trebs going to be from Abend? I mean, the best thing he can do is Cavalier plus Armor, and yeah, that's pretty decent against Plumes, but they're immediately going to get Bracer and Chemistry while Trebs come.
I got a few more Genitours coming in. Second forward castle from Licks here, and this pressure is just looking really, really good. BV doesn't have a forward castle, but he does have a bit of a stronger economy, so that's gonna kind of cancel out. He's on 2 castles, which is totally fine. The Genitours are here. They don't have that +2 defense, though, and that would be really nice to have at the moment. Still, it's gonna be a 3v1.
Poor Mongols, honestly. Well, they will stop a castle for now. Yeah. But it will be Trebs popping soon. There's Bracer Chemistry clicked immediately for Licks. And probably not going to see Elite Plume, probably just Trebs, but second castle for the Trebs.
And now the Rattan Archers are coming in. The Camels force back the mounted units here for Ganji. And oh my goodness, that is just a free firing situation. Unlike most archers, Rattan Archers don't care about TC fire. And that is going to be a very expensive castle here for Green.
It's not going to go up, Ornlu. It's not going to go up.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, Valis. Absolute disaster there for Valis. The Trebs are going to pop out for Licks. And I think LY is going to get the clean 5-0 here.
I mean, and they are just looking good. Game 3 was definitely the closest in the series, but every other game, it just felt like LY had the civs, they had the strategy, they had the execution and teamwork, and it's just really hard to argue with how they played, and
yeah, there's the Treb for Vivi.
Yeah.
Sad poor Valis. Poor everyone. His team just collapsing now. Everything being rated there at the GGs. And LY will win 5-0 in, I guess, the last of our show matches for the league. But that was crazy. Unique unit double FCs from the flanks while Yo went scouts. What a strat.
I mean, I really like it. I think that that strategy is only bad if your opponent is forwarding. And that just wasn't happening. Yo was able to, again, keep his opponents honest with those walls and even punish it and get in and get damage to the scouts. And that just bought all the time that our Chinese flanks needed to get to Castle Age, get their unique units rolling in. It's just the Amigos never got to the situation you wanted.
Yeah, and the Amigos team were all Castle Age late game civs, whereas everything from LY can be played early game, and they use that early game push to their advantage.
Yeah, really strong stuff there, and it will be 5-0 there for LY. And that should lead us into the league actually starting, which is...
Signups end on the 14th.
It ends on the 14th, and the first qualifier starts on the 18th, so...
So I think LY is going to qualify. What is while we were here, and we can potentially look at the handbook, what is the format of the qualifier?
I just see round 1, semifinals, final.
Is that like a GSL thing then, or just a bracket?
No, just a single elimination bracket.
Okay, so qualifier 1, I see 5 knockout brackets, 40 teams total. Losing finalists get first round bye for the second qualifier. Qualifier 2 is 4 knockout brackets, 27 teams total. Round 2 and 3, losing teams qualify for Division 2. So there will be a Division 2 of 12 teams and a Division 1 of 9 teams.
Sounds good. And that will be starting on Saturday. So definitely look forward to that. I will be back. I'm going to be on vacation during the weekend, or during the week. But I'll be back for the weekend.
Where is Ornlu vacationing?
Just going with my family to Northern Michigan.
Northern Michigan?
Yeah.
Was that a vacation spot?
It's actually a very popular vacation spot.
Northern Michigan as in Upper Peninsula?
No. Upper Lower Peninsula.
All right. So you don't got to go through Wisconsin.
Nope, not today. But I'm going to head off now, T-West. Are you going to keep streaming?
I'll probably keep streaming for a bit.
All right, I'll throw my viewers over to you then.
All right, see you later, Ornlu.
Bye-bye. All right, so that's going to be it for me. Again, I will be gone Monday through Friday, but I will be back for the start of the league on Saturday. I also need to prepare my lecture. But yeah, then that is going to be it. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.